After the First Reich ended.
After the first German died.
When was that?
After the first... Well,
why are we talking about
after the first German died, idiot. I'm asking, like, when did we start seeing them more into our popular culture, like Wisp?
That's a very good question, but I can't answer that. So let's continue with the video, guys.
Good thing I wasn't asking you, Smud.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to Smudcast number 279.
How can we continue if we didn't even start yet?
I was started well before. How Hollywood Vilifies
the beginning? Where's the end?
Bully Victims.
What a way to start, guys.
By Cheyenne Lin, I believe. I don't know how to pronounce the name. And this was a video that started, September 27th, 2019. So 2 years ago. Has 100K views. And this is from a channel that has almost 70,000 subs. So interesting. I haven't watched much of the video, but we've had this on the docket for a while. We've avoided it several times. I think we actually got it going, and then we stopped and said, nope, this is bad. And we watched something else. And then it was voted out again, and then now it got voted in. So...
yeah, democracy won.
So now we're stuck with it. And we're like, oh, no. I can't wait.
Her video creating skills have obviously improved since that other video which we vetoed, because that one literally did look like she was
the I think was the book, the tropes one, something like that.
Yeah, because that literally looked like she was filming it on a potato.
Well, however she does her videos,
camera footage in like internment camps in North Korea, to be brutally honest.
I'm not sure. I haven't watched her video, so I can't say exactly what they're all about. I just know this topic was a little nauseating because you're trying to explain away a negative concept in storytelling, which is one of the reasons why you have stories in the first place is to have ideas and scenarios you wouldn't normally get to address them in fictional realities. And you go, okay, here are these people being bullied. Good, we could learn something from how not to behave, as opposed to having everyone get along. Can you imagine?
Can somebody odd-shot that? Just hear these people being bullied. Good.
Yes, I know that was...
Well, it's kind of like doing a story about the Holocaust and no one dies. It's like, wait a second, that was a war. There was lots of death and carnage happening. And you never mentioned the death toll. You never mentioned the weapons or who was killed. And it's like, wait a second.
Did you not watch Schindler's List 2 by Disney? No one died.
Electric Boogaloo.
What? The one with the princess?
You don't. Imagine doing a war movie without deaths.
Well, they already made a World War II game without the Nazis.
What?
Yeah.
Boo.
Really?
Yeah, it was Call of Duty World War II. Specifically, they were not Nazis.
That's why I like Hearts of Iron.
Was it just Japan versus China?
Nope. There were Germans.
We don't know what we called them. They were from Germany, though. That's about it.
Where they were Germans.
Where did
we will call them Germans.
Not every German was a Nazi. I will.
That is true. But where did
that play? But the Nazis are not in the game.
But every German was German, which is like worse than being a Nazi.
Yeah, but can someone please tell me where that game was playing? Where it was?
It was set in Germany.
Germany, World War II, during the Normandy invasion.
Yeah.
Oh, so in France.
The Normandy invasion, and there were no Nazis?
Yes.
Yeah, there was no Nazis.
What were the soldiers in the bunkers?
German.
They were Germans. Yeah. No Nazis.
They were not part of the Wehrmacht?
Yeah.
What's that? I wouldn't know anything about that because the game didn't mention it.
What? Why?
The Wehrmacht.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, not even in Germany are we censoring it that hard.
Yep.
Why?
Yes.
Because
I don't know. Just yes.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome. Well, Wisp, you're right where we are.
Play Hearts of Iron if you want to a good.
Everybody watching this, if you have a copy of Call of Duty World War II, back me up. There are no Nazis in that game.
How?
Don't have.
Somebody will confirm it. Somebody's played it. There's like one person out there that played it, and I'm sure they watched the Smudcast.
I heard the not the statute of limitations, but that idea behind media in Germany. You're allowed to now depict the war from World War II, Nazi symbols. I think that was removed the past few years, lifted finally.
Yes, not really, because the Hearts of Iron still doesn't have the Nazi German flag.
I think
it was
it's
always about
who's drinking right now. Who's drinking?
It was always
Most
about
likely
not being. You're not supposed to put it into a frame that would allow for Nazi stuff to be glorified.
Or
it is allowed to depict swastikas for reasons of education and comedy, although the latter is almost never done.
Right.
I mean, at least in Germany you can play Hearts of Iron. In China you can't, because China was united for the CCP, of course, and during the World War, China wasn't united
because of the.
And that's why they banned Hearts of Iron.
Because of the mentality, like not too many artists or media people are making the content anyway. Like they can do it now legally, but they don't have the desire as much. I would say maybe it's because they've been not doing it for so long. But I do remember reading about that years ago. So it's available. You can now talk about it and write about it and draw pictures of it and animate it and make a game out of it and all that good stuff if you wanted.
Or you could just go to Argentina. There's a lot of those guys there.
Argentinians have Nazi sympathizers, you're saying?
Well,
yeah.
Most Nazis fled to Argentina. So,
I think it's called expats.
Okay.
Yeah, expats. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, we're gonna.
I think one of the exiles died or was captured in Argentina.
All right. Anyway, we're gonna get on the topic of how exactly Hollywood deals with bullies. How Hollywood vilifies bully victims, which is a very odd thing. Because naturally, if you're going to have bullies or bully victims in stories, you want to sympathize with them, and that's normal. That's a normal depiction in stories. You want to feel.
I sympathize with my victim.
Well, yeah, but you're not the actual person bullying. You're watching a show, so it's like, oh, I feel bad for the little kid.
I am not the person. Yes, I am not the person bullying people.
Yes, thank you.
Yes,
thank you, Hawk.
That is true.
All right.
Also. Look, pay attention to the thumbnail. How Leonard is a villain.
I don't know. I really can't say.
Victims to villains.
We'll have to listen to the argument. So anyway,
it's a strange choice of
Oh no! Do we have
here.
to really?
Well, she has a lot of talking points, and you're just like, okay. You just keep going and going.
This will be one of the videos that we pause on the beginning, on the first 30 seconds.
It could be nauseating. I watched the first few minutes months ago, and I was like, oh, I don't like this. So there must have been a reason why we kept avoiding it. But anyway, let's find out what the big deal is, because I can't recall. Anyway.
It keeps getting voted in. It must be good.
It must be. Yeah, exactly. That must be the reason. Yeah, it must be good. 22 minutes of fun.
We must
excellent
go over.
Arguments, I'm sure.
Whatever happened to the Shebang guy from American Idol?
Oh. He made his own CD.
No.
He did. He got better at singing, and he made his own music CD.
Good for him.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, let's go.
Nice.
And we have his wonderful disclaimer. Wait. There we go.
Mentions of abuse, graphic, violent, and homophobic language, and suicide. If you or someone you know has been affected by mesothelioma, you may be entitled to compensation. If you or someone you know is being bullied, good.
Why is that plural?
The word queer is used in this video, and is used in a reclaimed sense. If this bothers you, you're a faggot.
What's a reclaimed sense of the word queer? What the hell does that mean?
Can I see that again?
Well, supposed to be weird, something like that.
Oh, Chase Face is playing Resident Evil Village, if anybody was wondering.
I saw someone saying Village was not really well written.
Reclaimed sense. This is so dumb.
This is a very strange. I've never heard of reclaiming a word.
It's just
I've
it's
heard of it
relcamed.
before.
It's relcamed. What the hell is relcamed?
But
Dude.
Oh my god!
you have absolutely no justification to ever complain to me about drinking anything. Fuck you.
Okay, relcamed. I think
Oh
We're
no!
off to a great start.
Oh no!
No.
Stop relcaming that word, Zach.
Okay, do you guys want to give a meaning to relcame?
No.
Relcamed is the ancient art of.
Relcame is the ancient art where with Stephen King created his books.
Oh.
No,
Smudcast episode 279.
Anyway,
Matthews relcames the N-word.
I didn't say the N-word.
Negotiation.
Anyway, the whole point about reclaiming a word is about it was used as an shut up. It's about it was used as an insult at some point, and we're trying to liberate it now and just adopt it for ourselves.
Yeah.
That already happened with queer. That's you're 30 years too late. Of 40 at this point.
We did introduce to the N-word itself.
Like the people who made queer a slur again is the SJWs. It was not a slur for I don't know how long. Same is, by the way, true for tranny. That's not a slur. Trap is not a slur either. The social justice warriors are making them slurs. And
it's an LGBTQ.
Fuck off. Fuck the Q. There's no Q.
Yeah, there is. This is a Q. It stands for queer. So why is queer?
Queer is nothing. Queer means gay.
Okay.
Queer means gay. Queer is not its own thing.
I thought it was an umbrella term.
Yeah, they're trying to make it that so that you can just say, oh, I color my hair weird and I dress obnoxiously, so I'm queer now, so I rebel against my parents. I'm oppressed because I rebel against my parents and society, because society oppresses me because I dress weird now.
That's just emo.
As well, yes.
That's
this person will
it's the excuse to justify getting into the rainbow bullshit.
No. We all make mistakes when we're in our teenage years. These people
We were all emo at some point.
No, I wasn't.
Not me.
You're not a person. You're a ghost.
The difference is, look, the difference is emos go across the road like the pussies they are. I'm a ghost because I go along the road.
Wow.
That's how you do it.
You use the road like a sidewalk.
I am old.
I mean, she can use the road. She will not die again.
I think anyone watching can quite clearly tell that we are not going to be taking this video very seriously.
Sekiro Wisp dies twice.
All right, so let's try and continue here. Tall person.
The thing is, these are trigger warnings, and I can tell you, trigger warnings about this bullshit are bullshit. Trigger warnings make sense for epilepsy warnings, because those actually give you seizures if you have stuff like that coming up. And most SJW productions from Hollywood don't bother giving you a fucking seizure warning. But Invincible did, although in Invincible there was nothing that could trigger a seizure warning to my experience. But very nice that they put one there.
There were some flashback sequences and some quick
Amber
I'd say it was
Amber gives me a seizure.
You probably have to have very, very severe epilepsy things for that to be triggered by that. However, bullshit like Rise of Skywalker with Exogol and other bullshit SJW shows that constantly give you strobe light crap. What was the last thing I saw? All right, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Also, no seizure warning, and they have these in-your-face lens flares with police blinking lights that are on super saturation, high frequency. It's like I can't look at this shit. I don't have the full epilepsy stuff, but I have the photosensitivity crap where I get migraines for hours. That's bad enough. And
I wouldn't mind a weird crab trigger warning.
yeah, and if I get a fucking migraine from that shit, and someone with full blown epilepsy, will probably have bigger problems. And that fucking show didn't have an epilepsy warning. And the contrary is, or the contrast is, these trigger warnings the social justice warriors came up with that they base on the whole PTSD thing. And I'm sorry, that's not how PTSD works. You can't give a trigger warning for PTSD relevant topics because those trigger warnings themselves are triggers. Because you talk about the thing that might trigger someone's PTSD flashback bullshit. And when you mention that, that is enough for that to happen. So if you put up a trigger warning about that, it's pointless. You're already triggering the person with the PTSD. And if you need to put up trigger warnings for words like queer because your emotions are hurt, you don't need a trigger warning. You need a therapist.
Okay. Well, let's get going.
Hey, would you like a bit of an ego boost, Wisp? This little comment from Dup DD. I love it when Wisp starts to speak.
Okay. Thank you.
There you go.
Hashtag PTSD is not magic.
I would also like to like it when we watch the video and then comment on it.
I mean, it's not. I mean, you're right. It's not.
Yeah.
We are ready.
Let's keep
We
going.
are ready for half a minute.
Let's go.
I'm having much more fun with this conversation than
here's
watching the video.
Tall person, ahoy, catching one live. Have some money. Happy Trust Your Intuition Day. What the hell is Trust Your Intuition?
Ahoy.
What is that?
No, it's just a day that UN likes to say it is a day.
Oh. Okay. Like every other day. All right. That's
There
fine.
you go.
That's fine. Francis Bordicopola, thank you again. These people seriously don't understand that being bullied doesn't give you the excuse to be a bad person. And the people who were bullied but never got tougher because of it often do become bad people. Oh. Example, Movie Bob. Oh, jeez. Okay. Was there actual evidence that Movie Bob was bullied and never?
I mean, he talks about every day, every video.
Really?
Is there any evidence that Movie Bob was bullied?
I have the feeling he wasn't.
The guy is 16 miles across and is unable to speak to anybody without wanting, to euthanize 75% of the planet.
I have a feeling people that exaggerate things or constantly talk about something are blowing something up more than it should be. So if you were actually bullied, it's probably not something you want to talk about a lot. You say maybe it's someone's...
It depends. It depends on your personality a lot.
And
the where you are in your life. And
Movie right.
Bob has a lot of narcissistic traits, and his eating disorder is most likely rooted in whatever bullshit happened in his past.
Well, with Americans, I don't know if they all have eating disorders or that's just a common factor of their culture, that they just eat a lot because they're conditioned that way, or that's just how food prices are or our portion sizes are. I don't know. So
hey, that is offensive and true. Fuck you.
I remember going cross-border shopping, and as a kid, I was like, I could eat a lot as a kid, as I'm Italian, but a breakfast is not that large for a kid my size. Like a big boy's restaurant, that was like 4 pieces of French toast slathered in butter and maple syrup and powdered sugar and jam. I was like, that's too many condiments. I'm
going to talk to Dup DD again.
Okay,
DD,
no,
thank you for reading, Zach.
That
You're welcome.
Is exaggeration. That's really an exaggeration in sugar.
When the Americans say we're going to combat diabetes, what they mean is they're going to make everyone have diabetes and just shoot people.
Oh yeah, we'll raise the national standard of everyone.
That's the real solution.
Wasn't it?
That's how we win, not by saving the people we love, but by shooting the diabetes we hate.
Wasn't it like 10 years ago when to combat obesity, America just increased the weight you have to be to be classed as obese?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just increase the weight size of everyone on the average, therefore it's okay.
Yeah, you've combated obesity.
By
people
everyone
who were super
gaining weight.
obese are now just obese.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
It's like everyone make portion size twice as big, and the national average of the weight class is always going to be 10 pounds more or something like that.
It's Well, it's like in the UK when to combat teenage pregnancies, they tried to make out that being 18 and 19 wasn't teenage years.
Really?
So.
Wait, what?
Okay.
But it ends in
Yeah.
a teen.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's keep going here. Here's Francis.
That's not how that works.
Here's Francis Barcopla again.
I
Let's
know.
be fair. Movie Bob definition of bullying is the poor kid in his class asking politely if he could have one of Movie Bob's 12 Big Macs because the poor kid didn't eat that day. Oh,
Aww.
that's not.
Yeah.
Just a small
No, it's
meal.
Movie Bob's idea of bullying is the town council going, Bob, please. The rest of the village needs food. And they go, no, it's mine.
Mine. Don't touch my burger.
In a Jabba the Hutt style pose.
Anyway, let's get on with the video.
Wookie got Tochu.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Od
play.
Solo John Wookie.
It
Hey,
is-
Jimmy, it's time for you to go.
Yeah, all right, let me just finish this.
No, you're done. I want you out of my apartment right now.
Well said, Boy Wonder.
That's not funny.
Or what?
Don't answer. That's a trick question. I speak from experience.
I'm not afraid of you anymore, Jimmy. Now get out!
I thought we could start over.
Oh, was that supposed to be
Wait, what?
You were so
Wait, was that supposed to be like
stuck
framed as a
in the
negative or
past, you
something?
just couldn't let it go.
Yes.
could you? Hey, I
In the
want
eyes
the
of
real
SJW, standing
apology.
up to the bully
And I
means you are the
deserve-
bully.
What show is this? Does anyone know?
Oh.
Nope.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Riverdale.
Yeah? Okay, thank you.
I don't actually know.
You have. Oh, come on. Does anyone
Shut
know?
the fuck up, man. You could have fucking.
Don't make stuff up. Just tell me if you know. Please say it. If not, then don't worry about it.
One.
Uh,
You don't get to belittle
Twin
this.
Peaks.
Do you have any idea what all those years of torment did to me?
Oh wait, I know
Every
that
day after
actress.
school, I came
This might be the
home
good
feeling
place,
horrible
actually.
about myself. Thanks to you.
Normalization.
Normalize it. There we go.
Wait, what?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about bullying.
Hey,
You
she's
need
got
to
the same
eat.
headphones as me.
What happened to your eyebrows?
it's fair
Where are
to
your
say that the
eyebrows?
How
Above
that
her
seems
eyes.
normalized bullying.
Wait, no, seriously, where are her eyebrows? That's concerning.
Above her
Who did
eyes.
this?
That on her face, Zach. They are super alike.
She was looking at me like the Mona Lisa.
Zach, you're hung up on her eyebrows, really.
Yeah, there's no eyebrows.
All fucking things.
I'm generally disturbed.
Anyway, how that seems normalized bullying?
How are you not hung up on her eyebrows? There's no eyebrows on this face.
Uh,
There's a little
I'm just-
shadowy tint.
Yeah, there's
just
a
laughing at the
shadow.
fact that she's got-
That is what's drawing my attention. Is that there's a shadow and no eyebrows.
okay.
That's weird.
There are
That's
There are eyebrows.
that's nice, but
Why are we on about fucking eyebrows?
Because it's weird.
all right. Let's get on
I
with
mean, it's queer.
this concept of a
Yeah.
nerd revenge fantasy, whatever that actually is in stories. I've never encountered something like that before, or what that means. But
Well, there was a whole movie about it, Revenge of the Nerds.
well, those are
Yeah.
parody comedy shows. I thought so.
Yeah.
It's not to be taken seriously. If it
Yeah,
is,
but there are psychopaths. They do believe, they do think seriously about these things.
oh, well, there are patterns in storytelling that involve parody of power fantasies, yes, and actual power fantasies. But I've never heard of the nerd revenge fantasy as a thing. I'm sure there are shows like that. I know there is that. What was that show? Oh, geez. Was it called Scorpion? I think it was a bunch of like nerds or really super smart people doing stuff like espionage for the government or whatever. And they were really socially awkward.
Yes, yeah. It was
Oh,
Scorpion.
Big Bang
It was
Theory.
It was terrible.
Yeah, it was
It was
just
a terrible fucking show.
it was horrible. I was like, I tried to watch this and I was like, I don't know what is going on with these people.
Yeah, I started watching that. I was like, first episode, I was like, nah, I'm tapping out.
Yeah,
I'm not doing this.
it was not
This
worth
is,
it. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I can't think of an actual nerd revenge fantasy because that was a power fantasy and everything else is a parody that I've thought of.
Mhm.
So
There's
The
also a
only reason-
fucked up
actually, the
scene
only
in that in Revenge of the Nerds where one of the nerds tricks the girl into thinking that
her
boyfriend.
Yeah.
And then he fucks her.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
But then she's like
Quirky.
cool with it because it
Quick.
was like
Really
because
good.
he was good. And I'm just like that was rapey. Okay then.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say that Scorpion thing about watch. I only watched it because my grandma was watching the #1 murder mystery in Canada, Murdoch Mysteries.
Oh, you're kidding.
Just before it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh god, that thing
She
is.
loves that show.
Really, it's filmed in Toronto and is in about 18 whatever 70s or 90s Toronto.
1890.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. It's a great. I actually do enjoy that.
It's well done. It's just every time I watch it, I'm like, oh jeez, here we go.
Oh god.
The
Canada's
female
on the
doctor.
screen again.
The female oh, I'm a woman. I was like, okay, yeah, let's go.
I'm a woman.
To be compared to other shows, it's not as woke as it could have been.
It is. There are much worse that in the same time
Yeah.
period. In fact, that Canada does produce, and that
Yeah.
one is at least.
But it does. The earlier seasons were really good. I don't know much about the newer ones because
It's so long.
I only used to watch it.
It's been going on for 8 or 9 years now.
I used to live with my grandparents.
Yeah,
I used to live with my grandparents for years, and obviously my grandparents do what all old people do: is watch murder mysteries.
I know. They love them.
But it was good. Yeah.
Anyway,
With
Murder, She
Murdoch,
Wrote.
George, and Murder She Wrote with Cabot Cove, the most dangerous place on the planet.
yeah.
Oh yeah, doesn't Cabot Cove have like a higher murder rate than Juarez?
It has a higher murder rate than fucking Auschwitz, to be honest with you.
Oh my goodness gracious!
If you go there, you're not coming back. It's one-way ticket.
All right. Here is Francis Ford Coppola. All right. Battle Hymen of the Republic. Mine eyes have seen the gaudy of the trampling of corporate overlords. They're trampling the room where creative writing is stored. They have loosed the awful fighting of the Marxist gay. Sword. The gay is marching on.
I don't know if there's a
I
single
agree.
part of that I disagree with.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a single part of I actually understood.
I was
but
about to
I
make
agree.
sense of that, and I just kept reading. I'm like, no, I can't do this.
Yep. No. What? It makes sense to me. What's wrong with you?
Anyway, let's. I want to hear this nerd revenge fantasy.
Murder revenge fantasy.
I wanna hear her
also known
explain
as
why she
getting
doesn't
back
have
at your old
eyebrows.
Bullies is very enticing. A lot of people who are bullied in school are mainly told to get over it, but the bullies are never really
They
told to
need to, though.
apologize or change. And in fact, Hollywood loves making villains out of bully victims because it gives them an easy motive for their evil deeds.
What?
Wait.
Did you get to a gesticulation school from Riley Dennis?
I am about to revolutionize.
He was not bullied there.
When I do, even the great James P. Sullivan.
That movie didn't exist at that point.
Oh,
Snape's not a
fucking
villain.
Harry Potter.
Right, who wants to see me take off Snively's trout?
And rather than ever taking the bully victim's side, movies like to show that bullies are just joking around with their victims.
Like, okay, this one girl, Kathy Geiger, got really good grades, so we blindfolded her, tied her up, and left her in a cornfield overnight. God, that's awful.
Lol.
No, it was funny. Everyone laughed.
Did Kathy Geiger laugh?
Probably. It's hard to say. She kind of had an ear of corn in her mouth.
That's just a joke.
Anything happen to him on the bus that would be considered hurtful?
I'm not your...
Not that I know
Oh
of.
my goodness. Take up your ass.
Really?
What is this?
Oh my goodness gracious.
Jokes and stuff, and he even laughs about it.
I've heard about
Where
this
are we?
video, but I heard about it, but it's
I
like,
have some
people,
questions.
a lot of people told me it was just
already.
like cringe fest shit.
I've already.
Sorry,
I already don't know anymore what's going on.
Yeah, okay, so
I'm gonna shove a broomstick.
we
up
have swung very, very hard on the scale here.
So was that a documentary or like hidden camera? Like what was that?
This
Oh,
is at her
God, that's
school.
good.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh
this
my
is like
God,
a
that was
this is like a hidden camera experiment
oh.
Yeah, Cheyenne Lin
thing.
took
you
a
know?
took a Fuck it. I give up on the joke.
Oh no, you just can't beat shoving a broomstick up someone's ass as a joke, Zach. You got to give it some time.
Oh,
just to say, Randall wasn't bullied in that movie.
Oh no, but
here is.
Oh, just calm down, Hawk.
Here's Kyle Rocket. Wasn't Movie Bob kicked from the friend zone? I don't know because Lindsay Ellis is sort of passively aggressively apologizing. So I don't know what that means.
Passive aggressively non-apologizing.
Oh yeah, right. Sorry, the non-apology.
I mean, he never was on the friend zone to begin with.
Yeah. He's barred from the friend zone.
Oh boy.
He's not getting in.
Seen more as a rite of passage rather than a serious issue. But bullying can last anywhere from 4 years in high school to 12 years if you include middle and elementary
get your hands
school,
under
to
control.
even 16 years if you include college. And guess what? I was bullied for all those 16 years, and I'm still mad about it. When I started writing this essay...
Hold on, pause. Hold on. I was bullied from the age of like 9 up until when I left school at 16. It's nothing. It means nothing. I don't speak to anybody that did it, and every time I do try to speak to me, I just say, I'm not bothered with talking to you, and I just leave them be because it's not worth my time. I make jokes about bullying people, but it's like everyone goes through it, and you just got to become the bigger person.
Yeah, and Hawk, you just reminded me of a fun story. So when I was in 9th grade, dude came up behind me and punched me in the back of the head so hard he put me in the hospital. Which explains a lot about me now. But anyway, a few years later, I meet up with... I didn't meet up with him. I saw him, same guy, at a bar. And we had a great time. We were telling jokes and everything. And he ended up apologizing for that. He's like, yeah, I was... This is how you know I live in a shitty neighborhood. But he's like, yeah, I was really high that day.
In grade 9?
I was just like, yeah.
Saying about Zach lives in a shitty neighborhood, Smud.
If you're in grade 9, you could afford drugs. I don't know. It's
well, no, he had a meth family.
Oh.
Yep.
An entire family. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
his entire family with mathematics. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. He must have gotten great grades.
Yeah.
I think first time I was beaten up.
I meant to say mathematicians, but I had my mouth full of biscuits, so I couldn't finish the joke.
One guy, the beta of the two had managed to hold me while the other guy was beating me up, and while I was just trying to visit a friend, and it was in front of his house, and that was a one-time thing though, and there was not that big of bad blood down the years with the two guys. They were just a bit douchey. But what was bad was the psychological shit that started in 5th grade and went all the way through to the end and carried over into the next school because the kids who did it came with into that next school, and I didn't. I hoped that they wouldn't. But that was shit. But the psychological stuff is worse than any physical beating up, unless of course your skull breaks or something. What?
Germans do everything on the stream. You know, the Italians did the Inquisition and burned some guys, and the Germans burned the entire village.
I don't know what you mean with stream, though. It sounds like one of my Japanese role-playing games.
Yeah, you Germans take everything on the extreme.
Extreme, okay, extreme.
Yes, extreme.
Okay. Oh well, in that case, complain to Charlemagne, because when he went all through.
Charlemagne
okay
is
then,
Frank.
Wisp. Yes,
he's not German.
Yeah, that's my point. That's my point.
He's Frank, not German.
Yeah, that's my point. He was quite extreme.
No, he's
When he was Christianizing the Heave, he was putting
the peak wisp right here. I just want everybody to recognize this. Matthias makes a joke.
Let me shit on the French. What the fuck is wrong
Matthias
with you
makes a joke, and Wisp gives a history lesson.
If you're gonna go that far, you may as well bring up Hammurabi and his damn code of laws and just all that stupid reasons to not hurt people.
If you're gonna go that far, you might as well bring up Harambe and that damn monkey.
We all know he's Gilgamesh. He's Gilgamesh fault.
What is wrong with you people?
Gilgamesh.
What do you mean, you people? Wow, the German is really strong in you, isn't it?
Wow, okay.
Gilgamesh's fault. Question is, which one?
Wisp told me, you people. I
want to bring you an example of the French, and you don't even let me shit on the French.
You damn Sumerians.
Look, Charlemagne
what is wrong with you that you don't shit on the French?
No,
Hey,
I
listen,
shit
I
on the
I'm all
French.
for shitting on the French. I just wanted to comment that like this is peak you.
No. I
A
will
joke
say,
is made and you get a history
Charlemagne
lesson.
is
And I
not
love it.
French. He's Frank. He's not French.
Yeah.
Okay.
Completely different. Anyway,
they named their main airport after him.
In regards to bullying,
the Franks have beards. The French have
Matthias,
girly mustache.
silence, or I will bully you off this stream. Anyway, in regards to bullying,
I mean, I don't exist. So how you gonna?
In regards to bullying, where the fuck are her eyebrows?
Okay. Anyway, let's.
No, but in regards to bullying, when people say it's like a rite of passage, it sort of is, because it teaches you that people can be mean and horrible for no reason at all.
Yeah. To a degree, it's part of it.
Yes, to a degree. Yeah.
And
so
now
I'll
more
say
than
that
ever.
yes, you need to sometimes have these, knockdowns. The incredibly violent, and when I mean bullying with violence, I mean I don't mean just like getting beaten up. I mean the really like violent stuff of like where they're cutting you and doing some real horrible shit like setting your clothes on fire and shit like that, which is some of the stories that come out which go really bad. Or like with one girl in the UK
is built different.
We had someone get asked for a pair of scissors just so she could stab a girl in the neck because they were bullying her.
Damn, bro.
So that was interesting.
What age were they?
United Kingdom, everyone.
Yeah, how old are they? They're about 13, 14. So single mothers having the usual fights.
So no eyebrows here.
All right, let's keep going. Francis,
but my point is, everyone needs to have a little bit of bullying in their lives.
Here is Francis Board Coppola.
Keeps you humble.
I honest to God have no sympathy for people who sit around and whine about how bullied they were in school. Getting put down is part of life. If you can't deal with what, you will never be a functioning adult. Bullying makes you a more resilient person. I think not just bullying, that's the more negative side of it, but any kind of conflict at all, social interactions, any kind of communications. You can actually judge a person's life based on the number of complicated or difficult conversations they've had with people. And I'm not necessarily talking about social conversations or ones with words, but just interactions in general. And you can really see what you've gone through just by dealing with people in person, how many times they've gone through hardship with strangers, with family members, with loved ones, and how often. It really shows very quickly if you know what to look for. So there's lots of...
That's the different. That's the point where it comes into what Hawk said. It's to a degree. It's bullying is part of it, and it's relevant that you learn to stand up to it. That's overcoming the bullying. And the point where it gets too much is where you just get broken.
You call the police.
That is its own. That is its own thing, and I do not think that is what she is talking about, because the examples she's brought up so far are just pathetic everyday shit.
Well, we can say, the thing with Harry Potter was kind of intense. It's probably pathetic everyday things in the wizarding world.
Also, off topic, do you guys think Harry Potter have a good world building?
I don't care.
Thanks.
Harry Potter sucks.
Thanks, Hawk.
I mean, you should care. It's one of the biggest books on the UK.
Hey, Hawk, how many years did you spend in Hogwarts?
How many years? 1.
Oh. You dropped out that early, huh?
Okay.
Turns out bringing a Glock into Hogwarts isn't allowed.
An ugly name for
Avada Kedavra, Avada this 9.
Or you just found the magic mirror.
Avada this 9mm.
All right, here's Eric Wright. Thanks for the donation. What's up? What retardation did I miss today? We just started. We're talking about bullying. Nothing crazy yet, so we'll get there. Don't worry. Here's Evergent.
I mean, we were talking. We were talking about Charlemagne, Gilgamesh.
Well, that's not
Hammurabi.
that's not part of the video, but you know that just happened.
You just name dropped.
Oh, it should be.
Anyway, Evergent. Some point you have to let go. The process of moving on can be powerful too. Resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Huh.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think there was
a good conversation about forgiveness the other day.
I think there was a Disney song about that.
I had a really
about
good
drinking
conversation
poison
about this the other day.
No.
Forgiveness isn't about. It isn't about a humiliation. It isn't about satisfaction. It's just you being able to heal. You don't need the other person to say that they're sorry. And I remember the conversation now. I was talking about my ex-wife when she just dipped, and I had all this anger and hatred inside me, and I was an asshole to a lot of people, a lot of women too, because I just didn't have any respect for women, and I was taking my hatred of my ex-wife out on women. Just being a dick in general. And I ended up having to forgive her to be able to get past that and to become a better person.
Isn't that rather mercy?
I think mercy can fit into it. Yes, I guess, but it
depends.
Forgiveness is the more apt term.
I don't know.
When you can just it's not, you don't need an apology from them. You don't need to see any sort of change in them. They don't even have to be involved in the picture anymore. All you have to do
is what I rather
just
understand
let
as,
it go.
As mercy and radical acceptance. And
Smud. There was a Disney song about that one as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
About radical acceptance.
Yeah.
Because what I do, the way I had to work through some things is that forgiveness requires now I forgot the word. Remorse on the other side. That's a two-person thing. That's a two-player game. And radical acceptance and mercy, that's something you do on your own. Radical acceptance is you do solely for yourself. Mercy is what you give the other for. Yeah, okay, you did the shit, and now I don't think about you anymore. If you do shit again, it's another story. But I won't bother with you anymore.
Yeah.
You are nothing to me.
I just had to learn how to let that hatred go so that I could stop hating other people and stop projecting on other people and actually deal with it like a man.
Oh, thanks, Zach. I'll show that later.
What?
We'll get to that later. Don't worry.
We will do a meme section later.
Yeah, it's just because when you run into bad therapists, they use the term forgiveness in very damaging ways that sound often like what if you come from an abusive environment, you are often asked to forgive your abuser or apologize to your abuser, and then stay in the abusive environment with the abuser. And that is that's why these terms are so messed up, and why I'd rather go a bit more clear cut about them.
No, that's a bad advice.
So
a really bad one.
Okay, let's go.
I know what my thesis is going to be or how I was going to put these three works in conversation with one another. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized why I was making this video in the first place. And that is to talk about how hard Hollywood makes it for bully victims to come forward by trivializing their experiences while paradoxically acknowledging that bullying is a serious issue.
Hey, what are you doing here? I want to apologize for stapling your balls.
What? Stapling your balls?
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, if anyone does that to a guy, that is not funny.
Jesus.
That is not even close to funny.
Why did they have a laugh track there? That is horrifying.
Because that's American sitcoms. American sitcoms put laugh tracks everywhere.
If it was like
there was this one video about you can find it on YouTube somewhere where someone removed all the laughing tracks from the what was it called? Not It Crowd, the bad one.
This one
here.
No,
this
yeah,
one.
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory. Right. Where someone removed all the laughing tracks from it, and it just comes across as some existential nightmare with endless silent pauses that go on for too long, and it's just awkward as hell.
Seen the,
and it's not funny.
The
fun is out.
It's like with Friends. It's like with Friends. Have you ever seen the ones where they play with Ross without a sound, without a laugh track, when he comes across as a psychopath?
Oh yeah, Ross. Okay. The awkward one.
Really does come across. Yeah, it's like he's talking about how he can attack a woman.
Okay. Boy,
Jesus Christ.
He's making a joke about. I think two of his exes have started talking to each other. And he's trying to say, "How can I jump him?" And it's like meant to be like funny, but without the laugh track, it's like, "Oh my god, this guy's a fucking psychopath."
Jesus,
this is not funny at all. Yeah, go look it up.
That is just
all right.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say this: a lot of your sitcoms are really, really poor, and the only reason you laugh at it is because you hear that laugh track.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's how they also put this kind of slapstick humor.
Well, no,
into
I'm not saying a laugh track. I'm not saying a laugh track is always a bad thing, but it's quite clear that these aren't recorded in front of live studio audience.
Right.
Yeah. The laugh tracks are usually used to make really bad, lazy jokes and bad writing sound passable.
Mm-hmm.
To the point it's obnoxious.
Yeah, you could compare that to older shows like Cheers, which were filmed in front of a live studio audience, and it's like this is authentic.
Because wasn't it always like in say a lot of British comedies, whenever we used to watch it, you'd always listen out for the person with the weird laugh. Because every so often,
that one
somebody
person
would have a weird laugh. Yeah, it'd be like or something like that, and it'd just be so it'd make other people in the audience laugh because it was so weird. So you could tell it was in front of a live studio audience and stuff, and it just added a little bit more. Now with modern comedies, the laugh tracks are all the same. It's the exact
just
same.
the stock sound.
Mm-hmm. The stock sound, yeah.
All right.
Stock sounds plural.
Here is,
and it's a clean stock sound.
Here is Francis Ford Coppola again. Hollywood makes it difficult for people to come forward with their experiences. Has this nitwit ever considered nobody cares about them being bullied in school? Has she considered not letting a propagandist entertainment sphere run and influence her life? That's maybe taking it a bit far.
I think it's kind of weird to make movies or series doing choices for your life.
Well, most of these sitcoms from even the 90s were geared towards primetime TV, which involved family viewing. So there were some somewhat heavier topics like dating and relationships. And
I got an example for you. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Will Smith's dad.
Oh, yeah, that scene.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That scene, it was Will Smith just ranting out about his real dad.
Yeah, why his dad wouldn't love him, and why he walked away from his family and all that stuff. Yeah, no, there are some dramatic moments in these sitcoms. So they're not all just jokes and people dancing silly. They're there to teach.
Almost like they're well written sometimes.
Well,
no. In that scene, in that case, was really the actor Will Smith really ranting out about his dad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dumping him.
I like the one where everything got stolen. He goes, "Where are the video games? Where are the video games?" The entire set is clean.
If I recall correctly, that was improv, I think.
Really? Oh, I remember that a lot.
At least part of it, I think.
Yeah.
It was really good. Yeah.
I remember even in the I don't know what it's called in English, the sitcom with Steve Urkel. Even that had emotional moments.
Family Matters.
Oh.
And that was a goofy show.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is pretty good. I still like to watch it even this day.
Yeah, it's really good. It still holds up. Family members.
Well done. Had good characters.
Matters.
Yeah, they did have
Matters still holds up.
Fresh Prince got
Full House.
Fresh Prince had a reunion a little while back.
Really?
Actually.
Oh dear.
Yep.
I would have liked to see
James Avery. They had a whole tribute for James Avery too.
Yeah, and they also closed the book on the whole behind the scenes debacle that happened with the original actress Fran Viv. They closed the book on that too.
Because it was the Will Smith show, and everyone knew that. So other actors did not get.
The story was that she just couldn't accept it all that well, and that's partially why she left.
Right.
So to close the book, what did the cast just jumped her in an alleyway?
No, it's no, she can't. No, she went to she's the last one to get to the reunion, and she and Will Smith have a heart-to-heart, halfway into the reunion special.
Yeah, Gigaman, I know. I saw it. I was making it anyway.
I'm just saying for everyone else.
I don't care what everyone else did. If I didn't see it, then
I think the only one that doesn't sit well is Full House. Every time you look at those twins, you're like, those are all grown up now. That's wow, what a way to turn out.
You look at Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen now, and they look like the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah, what wonderful little kids, and then you go I wonder when they first started taking drugs.
I still like to watch Full
I feel
House,
bad
even though I know the girls are kind of broken.
I honestly feel so bad for them because they were in the spotlight literally since they were born.
Oh well, that's a shame. I'll make sure I'll pencil in the little
and then Elizabeth Olsen came along and made it big with Marvel.
Yeah, I just want Elizabeth Olsen, and I cannot stress this enough, to step on my throat with all of her weight.
Jesus Christ, why?
Be a good way to die.
I mean, can a shadow man die?
Can a shadow man die? We'll find out.
And before she does it with a Scarlet Witch heal.
I'd prefer that. Yeah.
All right, here's Joe Crazy. That 70s show was the best sitcom. Change my mind.
I love
that 70s show.
I love that 70s show. Red is by far my favorite character.
Dumbass.
He's one of the most enjoyable sitcom dads to watch. Just do his thing.
What's his name? Kurt. He was in RoboCop too.
Yeah, I know. That's really.
Kurt Redwood.
Yeah. Yes, it's definitely Redwood. Yes, I know it's Redwood. Yeah, okay. I think it's that.
Yeah, he's actually a really wholesome guy.
Which is why.
Basically the opposite of Red.
Yes. Yeah, but he is actually the opposite of Red in every character he ever portrays.
Which is why when he plays
the opposite guy of the guy who shot Murphy in RoboCop.
Guns!
With phallic-shaped rifles.
Have opinions on Third Rock from the Sun?
Wait, what?
It was okay. Third Rock from the Sun was okay.
I enjoyed it.
I just know in name, never watched it.
Once they had Shatner on there, it was kind of wacky. It got even crazier. So I was like, all right.
Yeah.
It had John Cleese later on a lot.
Yes, I love that episode. There's several.
It's not just an episode.
Yeah, there were several.
It's a whole,
he comes back.
Whole arc.
He comes back. Yeah, I know.
Somebody say John Cleese.
Yeah.
Anyways, go fuck yourself.
One sitcom.
Only two
that
people
I
in this
need to-
chat will get that reference.
One sitcom I want to watch is Seinfeld.
Don't bother.
Don't bother.
Yeah. Seinfeld is like some of it holds up, but not really.
It's a stupid show. It is a fun, stupid show because
I mean, the first episode tells you it's about nothing, and that's funny, but it doesn't hold up all that great.
Yeah.
Random stuff happens to a bunch of people where crazy things happen, and that's about it. So
yeah.
And also that one crossover ad for American Express with Superman.
Okay.
I'm not even kidding.
Wait, excuse the fuck out of you? What did you just say?
That's one thing.
Yeah, it's like Jerry Seinfeld did like a crossover with Superman for an ad for American Express.
Okay.
Okay. Here's the thing, what I find funny about comparing American sitcoms to British sitcoms, well, comedies in general, is Americans seem to have this thing about having just everyday life comedies, where it's just like normal people in normal situations making fun of like each other. Whereas in like British sitcoms, we have a few of that, but there's a lot more fantastical elements.
More wacky.
Yeah.
More wacky and nonsensical.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then from that we get Mork and Mindy.
No, Monty Python is the.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying all of them. What I'm saying is like
version
the vast majority. Like if you look at like the 90s and 2000s comedies, you've got your Seinfeld, you've got your that 70s show, you've got Frasier, which is just it's still just, and then like Big Bang Theory, and then Two and a Half Men.
Two and a Half Men.
It's just and it's just normal people.
It's basically all people in an apartment doing apartment things.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cheap.
And
It's
with
cheap
things
to do
like
the-
with British shows, you sometimes have some narrative behind it or some setting, like Faulty Towers or Yes Minister.
Yeah.
Or Red
Like
Dwarf.
we are running. Yeah, we are
or
on
Red
a
Dwarf,
space
yeah,
trip,
or
or we are
Blackadder,
running we are running a
which is
hotel,
literally
or I am a
different time
minister
periods.
now.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, but
what's
a prime
that one show with Zoe Deschanel? She's got like all guy friends.
No, well, it's like it doesn't really narrow it down. She's like done 3 of those in like the past like 5 years.
Oh, is she actually in
Is it
3 of those? I don't fucking know.
Is it like?
Notice that
the-
we didn't
the
mention
bitch-
any
the- is it-
German
Is it the
comedy.
the bitch who lives in 2B, apartment 2B or something?
Oh,
No, it's not that one. That's not Zoe Deschanel.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Isn't it? I don't know. They all look the same. to me.
Oh. All
Who is
women
it?
look the same to me.
Okay.
No, all Americans look the same to me.
Oh. All British look the same to me with your fucked up ass teeth.
Anyway,
Yeah.
let's keep going here.
Really? Yeah. Let's hope you can forgive me.
Oh,
Funny, huh,
stapled
Leonard?
his balls.
Back in school, I was the winner
No.
and you were the loser, and now we're reversed.
You can't just ruin someone's life and pretend like it didn't happen.
Wait.
Well, hold on. No.
Wait,
no.
that was it.
No.
Why was that?
You can't just ruin someone's life. If you think your life is ruined because of what happens in school, you're a fucking moron.
Well, it depends. It's
Yeah,
obviously
it
contextual.
takes a little bit more than that. Even in my case, it took a little bit more than that.
It's
The
obviously
school
not
stuff
ruined.
alone didn't do that. The school stuff alone didn't
No, it's
do
not
that.
ruined.
I mean, do we have the context?
Well, I can think of
a
a few extreme scenarios that your life could be ruined in school.
I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty sure stapling someone's balls would kind of screw them over out of getting having children.
That one, yes.
That's such a no. The fact that you even brought up is like no. That's no. No.
No, I agree.
No.
That's fucking
No.
weird, but I can imagine that doing something along the lines of ruining lives.
Yeah, but it's not. That's not something that's gonna. No. Just draw the line under that one.
It would take a lot of time to break someone's spirits.
Yeah, but here's the thing: when they talk about ruining someone's life, it's like, oh, you made fun of me at prom. You don't.
Dog. It's completely contextual. You don't know the context of that. It's completely contextual.
I never context a bit. I got horrifically bullied at school. Didn't ruin my fucking life.
I got put in the hospital.
Yeah, but didn't ruin my life.
Okay, well that's anecdotal. You don't know what happened in that scene, though. I don't even know what happened in that scene. It could have ruined her life. I don't fucking know.
I mean,
it obviously hasn't ruined.
The entire fucking life.
It hasn't ruined it.
No, I tell you, if it's not the teachers also joining in on the bullying, you don't really have a problem.
Yeah.
If your parents don't make life-changing decisions
because that could be extreme scenarios.
You don't really have a problem. No, those are not extreme scenarios. Those are the relevant scenarios. Because
how do you differentiate between the relevant scenarios and the extreme scenarios?
You just called this an extreme scenario, so you tell me.
Just remember
how do you differentiate between relevant and extreme?
I'd rather say what I wanted to say was that when it's just other students bullying you with little stuff, even if it's continuous, that's benign. That's irrelevant. That is the stuff you have to grow past, and you have to stand up against or learn to ignore, because it's pointless crap. When you have hard stuff going on, like being constantly beaten up, yeah, that's a different story that you need to seek help for. When the teachers join in on the bullying, even if it's it's mostly what they do. When it's psychological or when there's abuse involved, you have a big problem, and maybe you don't know where to turn to. That is the stuff that can psychologically ruin you for life. When you then get no backup, even in your own home, for any of that, then you have a problem. That is going to scar you for life. But if it's just the other kids doing bullshit,
giving someone a constant wedgie every day isn't going to ruin their life.
Yeah, that's hopefully making you learn to stand up, and hopefully you have some parents who tell you not to take any more of that, but instead wedgie back or
if you're getting a wedgie every day, punch that fucker in the face. Now,
but
I'm not saying
what ruins people's lives is the not letting go of the bullying and letting it consume them. That's what ruins.
Or not learning how to properly heal from it or cope with it. Of like, okay, well, why was I bullied? There's a whole lot of factors that go into ruining a life that other than just bullying. But I'm saying my whole point was there are extreme scenarios that a bully can ruin someone's life. Let me finish talking, Hawk. Okay. Let me finish talking. There are extreme scenarios or extreme ways that a bully can ruin someone's life. To rule it out entirely is not correct.
I rule it out entirely. And
give an example on how one bully ruins an entire life.
I mean, you already
let's see.
did.
Well, we have a big one, the Slender Man situation. Basically, some girls took another girl into the woods and fucking killed her after bullying her relentlessly.
That is not just bullying.
I mean,
that is active psychological.
Right. It's also murder.
Yes, that is not bullying anymore. Bloody hell.
Yeah, that's not bullying anymore. Yeah.
She was the victim of bullying, and then they fucking murdered her.
Yeah,
I'm saying that's an extreme situation of bullying, where bullying can escalate to something extreme.
That is beyond bullying.
Yeah, that's not bullying.
I'm saying it escalated to that.
Bullying is essentially on the level of banter between each other, with stupid pranks and annoying each other, and calling each other names. That
seems awfully reductionist.
No,
but that's what is.
Because the example you bring is psychopathic and criminal beyond compare.
Yes,
I agree. It's horrific.
And
it's
to
also
put
an
that,
extreme
you cannot
example of what I'm talking about.
but you don't put that on the same level as just bullying.
So where do you draw the line? No, we're having a discussion. Where do you draw the line?
I mean,
yeah.
There's an intent to actively destroy someone. That's a difference.
No, with
attempted murder, I think would be the line.
Yeah, attempted murder is beyond bullying.
Okay, let's keep going. Everjance, Family Matters, Fresh Prince, Martin, Living Single, Jeffersons, 227, Sanford and Son, but we never had black shows before 2016's guys. Other topic I know. There's all kinds of black sitcoms from the 80s and 90s and continuing on. So I know we've heard that discussion. Where are all the black shows for the black community or this or that? It's like we've had them. They've always been there. We've had Spec TV, we've had HBO, we've had all kinds of...
Did no one watch Cops?
Oh. Okay. All kinds of black people in Cops.
Mike Testa, they mostly killed her. She survived Unini. No, she did not. She did not survive.
She's mostly dead? Is that...
Mike Testa is usually hot on the money when it comes to knowing his stuff.
About murders?
Yeah.
Is that a dead deer? Nope. Mike Testa.
Oh, I like that joke.
Did you guys really just now realize that's who Mike Testa was?
Well,
no, we knew who it was.
But no one's made the joke yet because we don't.
No one's made that joke though. That's the difference.
Anyway, let's get on with the video, guys.
The Big Bang Theory and You Again are both comedies, but still take the time to talk about how bullying is a serious issue. You Again shows what it's like to get closure with your bully, which is really cool because most victims don't get that. You simply get bullied, graduate, and try your best to forget. The years that Marty gets bullied and You...
I'm going to pause here. Closure doesn't always rely on both the bully and the victim reconciling. Oftentimes it can just be forgiveness. What I did, I'm sure it's what a lot of you guys have done, to just let go of the hatred of someone bullying you.
You can
you just forget them. You just forgive. You forget. You let it go.
You can stretch this out to
closure.
Any sort of negative relationship or any kind of relationship, in fact, that you want to move on from. It doesn't have to be bullying. This could be any relationship with a dog, a relationship with your neighbor, a lover, a girlfriend. It could be anything. So it doesn't have to be particularly antagonistic people at school, but that's life. Like, you're going to deal with these negative emotions eventually in life, and it may as well happen sooner than later. You can't just go through, I don't know, whatever school you're from, whatever sheltered, perfect school you go to, that everyone's nice to each other, everyone has friends, and we all get along, and there's no competition, and everyone's like happy. That's not how it works.
That doesn't happen because kids are little monsters.
You want to compete. You want to do better. Unless you're playing like chess or something, and everyone's just like, "Oh my god, how do I beat this guy? He's too smart." No, I can't do it. That's all there is. Insurmountable wall. It's like I keep trying. Nope, keep losing. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, people don't like each other.
Bears is rolling out the memes right now.
Oh no. Here's Mike Testa. She would have been dead if it was 22 stabs. Oh, 21 stabs is okay?
Wait, what?
It's 22 stabs.
That's like... Yeah, that's how you know it's not bullying, because it's only 22 stabs.
No, it was only 21 stabs.
Yeah, exactly, so it can't be bullying. It has to be 22 stabs to be classed as bullying.
There we go. Okay.
I don't know. Sounds like you're moving the goalpost.
I'm British. I always move the goalposts.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
I'm allowed to.
Is that?
Are you? Are you allowed to?
Female or male soccer? Or sorry, football.
Sorry.
Football. Don't you? Soccer. God.
And Americans still love calling it soccer. So it's like,
American or British football?
Yeah.
Well, the one where you actually use your feet.
Oh, You use your feet in American football.
Just once.
Yeah.
So it counts.
It doesn't, because you
American
use your feet.
football is
counts.
more
You
close
use your
to
feet. You use your feet
You're
more.
not-
Yeah,
it
no,
counts.
you use your feet more.
You're not
in
American. You
use your
wouldn't
feet more in
understand. Shut up.
rugby.
You're not American.
I
You wouldn't
don't-
understand. Shut up.
Good. I don't want to understand because it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I understand
You're
why.
stupid.
I understand why the kick, but it's just once. You just need to use
Yeah.
one time.
No.
Why was it? Why was it actually?
No,
called
because you
football?
run with your feet, idiots.
But you
Okay.
keep the ball in the hand.
Yeah, but you're on your feet. All right, you're running football.
So why
Shut
you
up.
guys don't call it American rugby?
Don't worry about it.
Why
Because
you
we're
just call
better
it
than
handball?
rugby.
All right then.
Yeah. How's it feel to get fucked, idiot?
I mean, football uses
What?
actually
No.
feet to push
No,
the
Zach.
ball.
This is
What?
not no.
What?
Zach, you're there planting
Show
your flag
me where
of
I'm wrong.
victory.
Show me
Everywhere.
where I'm wrong. I'm American. I'm always
Everywhere.
victorious. Shut the fuck up, dumb British
you're-
idiot. You
okay,
lost an empire.
This is your Vietnam.
No.
This
No,
is
no,
your
no, no.
Vietnam.
Wait, what?
This argument is Zach's Vietnam, and he's like, no, I ain't pulling out just yet.
No.
Oh boy.
I'm trust. Nixon's telling me I'm doing right. It's like,
And wait till we get Reagan to explain things. Oh wait, we shouldn't have gone there too long. Oh okay.
Why did Nixon not just say off the record?
because it was all on the record. Because it was recorded.
Yeah, why didn't he just say off the record?
I don't know.
Anyway, back to this wonderful show we've
I
never
guess we'll
seen.
never know.
The closure scene
Nixon dead?
in a bullying.
Yeah, I was just about to ask, is Nixon dead? I think so. Is he? Yeah.
I don't know.
Hopefully, I don't know.
Hey, Smud, is Nixon dead?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
shame.
I mean, Wisp can talk to him. She's dead.
Hey, Wisp, can you talk to Nixon for me?
No.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go.
Again, our years
Yeah, let's do
never get back. And though she becomes successful later in life, that doesn't make up for all the trauma that she's faced in the past.
Wow, those kids look
But
about
the movie
40.
argues that because she was
Oh,
bullied,
wait, that
she
sounds
had to
like...
overcompensate by
Wait, that
becoming
sounds
an
like,
overachiever.
she did... Her life wasn't ruined.
Yeah, her life
Oh, and
wasn't
she
ruined at
suddenly
all.
turned pretty after getting out of school.
Wow.
Yeah, she lost her braces,
No,
lost
she-
some
no,
weight.
yeah,
Is this Kirsten Wig, I think?
No,
No.
she read
It's,
12 rules for life and made her life better.
Oh, she,
Yeah, no, all
she
she
cleaned her
did
room.
was... Yeah, all she
Cleaned
did
her room.
was...
Yeah, she
remove the
cleaned her
glasses.
room.
She literally just removed her glasses from that picture.
And
No,
pulled
she's
her hair
wearing
back.
braces. No, she's wearing braces, and she lost some weight.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
She got her hair
So,
done. It's
anyway.
not so straw looking. She lost some weight. She looks good.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
probably using eye contacts too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd
So,
poke her.
I-
I'd boink her.
She's like
Wouldn't
Velma.
Yeah. Wouldn't you boink her, Hawk? You would boink her.
Yeah, fine. Okay, I would. Anyway.
Yeah. See? Doesn't it feel good to admit the truth that American football is better?
No, it's not.
Because it's not
just
and never will
denial.
be.
It's part of the, you're
It's-
on the
I
path
will
to
give. I will give it.
acceptance.
I will give it one thing. It is better as a watchable sport. Because there's a lot more. There's
Oh,
a lot
wow,
more
that sounds like a
entertainment.
victory in Vietnam, my man.
Well, Vietnam was a no-score draw. So anyway,
Really? Because I'm pretty sure the city of Saigon is called Ho Chi Minh City.
no, crew cuts both sides, no-score draw. That's how you know.
All right, here's Mike Test again. Are you Lou Pickles? Back in your day, it must have been 15 stabs to kill a person, apparently. Okay.
Yeah.
Back, like, uphill, both ways in the snow, 20 miles.
What?
Oh yeah. By the way, Zach. Yeah. To know about who's going to win a war, you have to look at the haircut.
I mean, talking about
Wait,
the
I'm sorry,
stabs,
what?
did it-
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Haircut.
Yeah, what about the
US
haircut?
cavalry, short back and sides versus girly hippie locks of the Indians. US cavalry wins.
Yeah.
Crew cuts both sides in Vietnam, no score draw. Roundheads versus the Parliamentarians. 1-0 to the Pudding Chops. It's always the hair. People with the shortest hair always win the wars.
H.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's
Vikings
true.
versus Vikings versus the Normans.
Yeah, I mean, the Romans didn't have short hair.
The Roman Empire, short back and sides versus Boudicca, girly hair, flawless victory.
Dude, that 800k soldiers died for 10k Romans legionaries. That was such a shame for her.
So,
Why was me
if
bringing
you're ever going to war, always have shorter hair than your enemy.
I didn't say it was bad, Wes. I just said it was funny.
Well, correlation does not equal talking about bullying, so, let's get back to that.
So if you're going to bully somebody, make sure you have long hair.
Bullying.
If you're going to bully somebody, make sure you have short hair. So
listen, Vietnam was just a big bully match.
I mean, doesn't Vietnam is now your biggest ally?
What? No.
I mean, no.
Can we stop talking about war, please?
No. The Vietnam is one of the biggest allies of the United States.
Pause the war conversation. Ginga, do you really want to talk about this video?
It'll end quicker.
Right, but I'm having a way better time having a conversation about how American football is better.
By comparing it to Vietnam? What?
American football is better than Vietnam.
Yeah, so,
do you know what?
Right,
you know what?
I'm going to learn you some history. So, Vietnam was talking all kinds of shit, saying that, British football is better than your stupid dumb football, because your football
British
looks like an oval
it's just
idiot.
Football.
And then, no, shut up. So, anyway, we went over there. We burned a lot of people. Like, some of them might have had guns, some of them might not have. I don't fucking know. I wasn't there.
Most of them probably hadn't.
So anyway, we killed a lot of Vietnamese because they were talking mad shit. Anyway, Ho Chi Minh said after he invented instant ramen, took over the city of Saigon, and then was just like, get out. And we were like, okay, well, we're bored anyway. And that was Vietnam.
Well, it wasn't like the British did to the world. The UK was born and conquered the world.
Yeah. So it was a draw because we never did determine we never settled the score with Vietnam of like, is American football better? But I think we killed enough of them to prove the point.
I mean, you guys did it yourself. The press killed the war.
What?
No,
I don't speak Brazilian.
Instant replay.
All right. Okay. That was beautiful. Let's
anyway. Bullying people. More important things.
You can bully Zach if you want.
And the movie does kind of shove this "what doesn't kill you makes you stronger" narrative down your throat. It still doesn't shy away from the serious effects of bullying.
Not exactly
It's true to 95%.
Oh my God! There's
from high school can last
actual actresses in this.
Though they're played as petty grudges for comedy, I think we all have that one person in life that we never want to see again. In season 5, episode 11 of The Big Bang Theory, entitled "The Speckerman Recurrence," Leonard gets a bit of a different storyline where he gets an apology from his bully, but it's retconned the next morning.
It's great to see you again, and thanks for the apology.
What apology?
For all the crappy stuff you did to me in high school.
Well, geez, you're still harping on that? What a puss.
Leonard stands up to him and gets some closure, even though he's still seen as a loser at the end.
Leonard, you stood up to your bully.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about myself.
While The Big Bang Theory shows that bullies never change, You Again takes a different approach.
Right.
In You Again, Joanna, the ex-bully, becomes a perfect person and does change. However, the movie begs the questions: does this absolve Joanna for what she did in the past? And does Marnie have the right to...
Yes.
Yes, Sigourney Weaver.
If she has remorse for that, yes.
It doesn't matter.
It's so weird seeing Sigourney Weaver with long hair. Because I only know her from like the Alien movies.
Ghostbusters.
Did you watch Ghostbusters?
So you... Also, did you not watch...
No, I never watched the original Ghostbusters.
You didn't watch the original Ghostbusters?
No,
Really?
I've never seen it.
Get out of the stream right now.
Okay, you know how we had
Get out of
Sidar,
the stream, Zach.
who never
Get
played
out.
Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. You have to now stop what you're doing.
Yeah.
And go watch Ghostbusters.
Go and
Well,
play.
no, I'm playing Just Cause 3 and
I'm
hanging out.
telling you right now.
Just Cause
I have not played the
3
Masquerade, and I have no shame.
Well,
just stop that inferior bullshit.
Everyone has their own poison. I get it, but there's certain things you do in life. If you're a media guy,
Yeah, like playing Vampire and watching Ghostbusters.
I mean, I started playing KOTOR a while back. Is that good enough?
That's a good start.
Wait,
The eye of
Vampire
is
the
on
Masquerade
you right now.
Hold on. So there's Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, and then there's Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
No, there's not.
And then there's Vampire the Masquerade Night Run. What is this? Night Road?
No.
That's
Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines.
So you get Bloodlines, and you install the community patch.
Bloodlines. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Oh, hey, it's only like $20. Sick.
Also, the Malkavian is the second run. It's not the first run.
Dude, this doesn't even look that bad. When was this made? 2004?
This
doesn't even look that bad.
Yeah, this was before the was it the Steam engine came out?
It was the first Half-Life 2 engine game.
It was a pre-Steam. Yeah, it was a prototype Steam engine that they were building. So it looks amazing.
The Source engine?
Source engine. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's what that was the name. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they weren't allowed to release it before Half-Life 2 came out.
But it's basically the Source engine, right?
Yeah, in 5 seconds, Zach has bought the game and is like, oh, this looks okay. I hope Cedar's taken notes because he's not allowed back on yet.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Look at that. All right, now, what'd you say? The community patch or something?
Yeah, you have to download a mod.
Yeah.
How do you spell Masquerade? I didn't look.
It's French. Don't worry. It's just a French word. Don't worry about it.
Vampire. We'll just do Vampire Bloodlines mod. That's what we'll do. Vampire.
It's just like the Fallout New Vegas.
Oh, hey, it's on Nexus Mods.
Yep. Get the downloader. Get the
let's
most
look
popular
at,
one. There it is. Done. Install.
Yeah.
Popular all time. Oh, it's like unofficial patch.
So it basically just fixes some shit, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah.
It
some big game breaking bugs in the game.
It fixes everything.
The same with KOTOR. The same with Fallout. All these games are big and ambitious, and they're just broken, but they're fantastic.
Why is this girl Harley Quinn?
I mean, I'll ask right now. Is there a patch like that for KOTOR? Just asking.
Oh yeah.
And
KOTOR too.
Look at this.
Okay.
Hold on. Oh, I'm putting this in the chat. Look at this. This is Harley Quinn. Tell me it's not.
No, it's not.
This is what? Wait a minute, what?
No,
Zach
it's
has
not.
a very limited experience mindset.
It looks like it, but no.
She looks
A
like
passing
her.
resemblance. A passing resemblance at best.
That's
It's
what is
just
it?
it's the standard
Arkham Knight.
baby doll setup.
Yeah, it's Arkham Knight Harley Quinn.
Yeah, but no.
Also,
Which is going
Jeanette.
for the same. Which is going for the same look. Harley Quinn didn't coin this look.
I think.
No, she did not.
Yeah, that's her name is
No,
Jeanette, I believe. I can't remember exactly.
Virginia. Something.
West Virginia. Sorry, carry on.
Anyway,
The American schoolgirl look.
Take me home, country road.
okay, let's go.
Here's a hot take for you. I don't like what's that one spy movie? The Golden Circle. Second one. Kingsman. The Golden Circle. The second one. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's not that good.
Yeah,
It's not
mostly
a hot
because they
take.
kill Merlin in a dumb way.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they killed the first girl. The girl from the first movie. I liked her. I thought she had some potential as a character, and then they just kill her off at the beginning of the movie. It's stupid.
And here's some more Mike Testa. Your nightmare image is Kamala Khan using fetus mace.
Who?
What?
Kamala Khan.
Fetus mace?
I don't know what a fetus
Who the
mace is.
fuck is Kamala Khan?
Something tells me we're
Miss
better off
Marvel.
not knowing.
Oh, Converse pillowcase girl.
What?
She looks like she's wearing a pillowcase. I call her Dottie.
Yes. That is yes.
Good enough. Okay, let's go.
Joanna because of the bullying she suffered? And the answer to both is no. Joanna needs to repent for her past and does so, but only with Danny in turn acting like
what
bully.
The fuck?
She invites Joanna's ex to the rehearsal dinner, and she even plays a video from her high school time capsule in order to show people how bad of a person Joanna was, making Will, her brother, rethink his and Joanna's engagement. In all, the movie is good for saying that Joanna still needs to apologize.
That is horrific.
For making
That is fucking horrible.
You could argue that they only did
that
this
is
to make
fucking
Marty's
horrific.
character more complex in order to show that there are a lot of gray areas when it comes to bullying.
Huh? What? I'm looking at mods. What's she saying?
I'm confused to what she's saying.
That is not. No, that's not. No. Destroying your brother's relationship with a woman who was mean to you in school, who is now completely different, is not a sane and rational thing to do. That is fucking psychopathic.
That is a whole new level of petty.
Yeah, it happened in the movie.
Yeah, that's not. That is worse than bullying.
That's
humiliation. Because you can't. Yeah, no, because you can't say, oh, it was just kids. She's a fully grown adult with a supposedly successful job doing that. That is.
So that is the victim the bully victim turned into a bully. With this scenario,
the bully victim turned into a psychopath.
He humiliated her. She humiliated the character.
Yeah, like lots of bullies are. What I mean with this constellation here is that her former bully victim, her former bully is joining the family. I can fully understand if the former bully victim would like some amends for that.
Yeah,
I can understand that. I can understand that.
That's fine. But here's the thing. It sounds like the person changed and was probably trying to mend stuff.
I mean, I wouldn't humiliate my.
Yeah, but if then the mending is done, then it's fine because they're adults now. They're different people now. That's the point.
Even regardless, you're breaking up your brother's relationship with the person that he loves.
Yeah, but look at it this way.
Selfish reasons.
Yeah, but look at it this way. From the perspective of the bully victim, she doesn't know yet whether that person has actually changed. And then
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't justify it all.
It doesn't matter.
It
doesn't matter.
It does.
Let Wiz finish.
Please let me finish. Because then, if you've been the former bully victim, and you are not yet, you have no reason yet to believe this person has changed, like this is your former abuser, you want to protect your brother from making a huge mistake.
What? But from what?
From marrying a psychopath.
Yeah, but no. Just because someone bullies you doesn't mean they're a psychopath. Right?
She doesn't know that.
She needs to get the update. She needs to get the update.
All you say is that person used to bully me in high school, right? And then that's it. You don't do all that.
Right?
I'm sorry.
No, please, no. Hawk. So I've not seen the movie that this is about. I don't know what the plot goes like. I only see this constellation. And if you sit there, and all you know is this is my former bully or former abuser, and that person wants to get into the family and into a relationship with my sibling that I love and care about. Yeah. Would I trust that person to not fuck up my brother? Because apparently, from all I know, this person acted like a psychopath all my past. So if there is a change,
but not all your past. Not all your past. Here's the thing. You conflated high school with all this person's past because she's quite clearly in her.
Oh, that's all you know. That's all you can go by.
Hawk. Time out. Hawk,
Yeah, I understand.
You're going off.
I understand.
Hawk,
no,
you're
no,
popping
I
off.
understand.
All this person.
All I'm saying. No. What she did wrong. No. You don't do that at all.
I don't.
I'm not at the point.
You don't do that.
Hawk, I'm not at the point after how or what she does in retaliation here.
Exactly.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about does she have resentment? Is she justified to worry about her brother at the point where she doesn't know yet whether this person has actually changed in any way? Why should you believe?
Oh my God! It doesn't matter.
Smudcast Civil War.
Shut the fuck up. Why the fuck should you believe?
No, it doesn't matter because all you say, like a normal human being, is, "Oh, hey, bro, that girl that you're dating, she used to bully me in high school," which you probably should actually know about, considering the fact that you're my brother.
Yes.
Right.
As I said, I have not yet.
So then that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing over and done with. And it's up to you, her brother, to figure out what he wants to do with the person.
What Wisp is saying is Kristen Wiig's action of trying to break up the relationship is not justified. However,
I have not made any inclination on what she's doing about anything about breaking the relationship up. I was on the point of, you're in the position. This is your former abuser, bully, whatever you want to call it, and that person, without knowing about any personality changes or anything, any growth of that kind, this person that you only know the worst side of is not wants to be in a relationship with your sibling. You might want to do something about it, and your approach is a good one. But to not do anything would be wrong. To blindly believe that, oh, maybe it's better now, and I'll not worry or something. That is naive.
But here's the thing. But also, but it's another way to do it. Not do anything, because then if something does happen, you can say, well, I was right. But then it still allows your brother.
You're an asshole because you didn't do anything. You didn't warn your brother.
No, not doing anything would be absolutely wrong. That would be morally wrong.
Because then your brother learns. You can't control other people's lives.
It's not about controlling.
You're an asshole because you didn't warn your brother about a potential danger.
This might not be potential. You can't know.
We're talking after the fact. We're talking after. If you said nothing,
I pretty much know this is a bad person.
Hold on.
Because that's
hold
all
on.
I've
Hold on. Everybody pause. Everybody pause. After Hawk, what you just said, after the fact, if you had said nothing and something bad happened to your brother, you're a piece of shit because you didn't warn your brother about a potential danger. Hey, you did not say, hey, this person viciously bullied me in high school and I didn't tell you because you were dating them. Oh, that would have been good information to know.
Yeah, and then you've got the exact opposite of when, oh, I have told you, and then he goes, oh, you're going to rub it in my face and all this sort of stuff. You
need to rub it in his face.
Where are you drawing this from?
The best
for the worst variance in this whole scenario all the time.
No.
If you
all the time?
Goes through it with it anyway.
All the time. All I'm saying is let the brother make his own decisions about his relationship.
It just means that he now knows that okay, you warned me.
He knows someone. He knows someone. He's not just dating her because he's not just dating her willy nilly. He's not just gone, oh, I'm just randomly picked her out and said, yeah, I'm going to date her.
What happens is,
there's obviously a reason why he's dating her.
Legitimate warning about a manipulative, some manipulative.
What do you mean manipulative? What do you mean manipulative? What do you mean manipulative?
Look, people get into narcissistic relationships, abusive relationships all the fucking time.
I know.
Can I talk?
No.
Fuck off. Hawk, the fucking point is, when people get a warning about that person beforehand, yes, they will still get into that abusive relationship, usually, because they're blinded by the infatuation.
But it might not happen.
However, when they got the warning beforehand, they're more likely to catch on to the abusive behavior and get out of the relationship a bit faster than if they hadn't gotten that.
But no, that's not, no.
Yes.
All my point is, you've got two options. Either you tell your brother, or you don't do anything, because it's up to your brother to decide who he dates and who he lives with.
I'd say it's negligent if you don't tell him. That, hey,
it's not negligent. You cannot control.
Yes, it's not about control. It's about
it's
giving.
Not, no, it is. No, it's not. It's not. It's not.
It's not controlling him. Well, how do you know this is necessarily about control?
There is two options.
Know about what's going on.
There is two options. There's two options.
Relevant information instantly about wanting to control.
What relevant information? Oh, that person 15 years ago used to bully me. That's not relevant information. That's not relevant information whatsoever.
Yes, it is. You're wrong.
No, it's not.
In a way,
no, it's not. No, it's not.
It absolutely is. You're wrong.
No, it's not, because in school you're a completely different person to what you should be when you're an adult.
Right, but you don't know that. All your frame of reference is
but
that
you
person
should,
as
but
a
it
child.
should be.
How do you know? Okay, how do you know she's not a very manipulative psychopath who never changed? Who still stayed mentally the same age? Who's still mentally 16?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Hey, everyone pause. Everyone pause. I'm turning off the elevator music. Everyone pause. Here's a good comment. Quote, let the brother make his own decisions. End quote. He can now make a more informed decision. There's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't say there was anything wrong with that. I said there's two options you can do. Either you can inform him or not inform him.
And if you don't inform him, you are negligent as a sibling because he is not making an informed decision.
But you're not negligent as a sibling.
The point you constantly make is that when anyone says that she should inform him, that you say, "Oh, that's trying to control him."
No, I'm not. What I'm saying with your thing is, you're saying you should do that. You shouldn't. You've got two options: either do one or do the other.
Hey, is both
you
of your moms named Martha for any reason?
Because I believe it's the morally and ethically right.
No, it's not.
Guys,
no, morally and ethically. We're not going into moral and ethics.
Let's calm down. Let's calm down.
I'm just saying.
I get both of your points. There's nothing wrong with sharing your ideas. You've been repeating it for the past 5 minutes, so I got it. We're good. We can go on. Okay. We both want to tell the brother what's up. That's it. We both agree on that. Okay. We're all good. Everything's great.
Don't destroy the engagement part.
Ah, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Leave it.
I have left it. We're moving on.
All right, let's continue on. Here's the bully man. Thanks for the donation, bully man. Let's bully people. Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Here's Mike Testa.
That's what gets everyone in the situation in the first place.
Order in the court. Let the man speak. Yes, we did. Thank you, Hawk. Eric Wright. Can I join in on the fun? No, there's too many people. Thank you, Eric, but I don't want to continue further,
especially with what just happened.
We want to speed things up. Bully man again. Team Bully. Who's with me? Okay, thank you, Bully man. That's always nice. And Mike Testa one more time. Elevator drops beat. Hawk. No. Music continues. Thank you. Thank you, Mike Testa. Okay. Let's get back. And if you guys don't know how these shows work, this is obviously a movie or show for women. They like these sort of dramatic escapades where, what if you could confront your bully and present them with video evidence of when they were acting like this? Or what happened 20 years ago at the long-lost love you never told about? Like, they have all these scenarios. What would happen? So this is pretty typical stuff for Women's Television Network or Christmas specials or that sort of thing. They love these romance stories. So don't worry about it. We don't watch these shows. So we're kind of like, what the hell is this? Why would we do? Yeah, so it's not a big deal. It's okay.
Hey, Smud, did you put on elevator music?
No.
On the stream?
No.
Okay.
Anyway.
Probably Zach.
Let's go.
Huh? What? No.
Irrational and petty. After the rehearsal dinner, Marnie and Joanna have a heart-to-heart. But the movie continues to make Joanna out as a victim. Both her parents died, and as a result, she wanted to become a better person so they'd have a daughter that they'd be proud of. Though this does put a wrench in her flawless character, in the universe of the movie, it still seems like a reasonable lie to tell. After all, is what she did in high school really as bad as what Marnie's doing now? But Marnie finally gets a real apology, and everything ends well, even though Marnie still has to apologize to her brother for ruining his rehearsal dinner and also embarrassing his fiancée. you know.
Okay, so I think we all agree that was a pretty bad idea. You don't start showing off video clips from 10, 20 years ago of them being a fool. That's never a nice thing to do. It doesn't matter what the context is. So, and within Hawks Point, they're adults. Okay, they can make their own decisions. They can make their own mistakes. They can learn about their partner in lots of ways. I've had lots of stories of people who married and divorced months later because they just realized their significant other is on significant drugs, and when the drugs run out, they change. So this is not unheard of, and it's something you learn. It's something you learn through your own experiences. You can't really warn people about these things. You have to live through it, and I think we could all speak from experience there. So let's keep going. Oh, we got another donation from Bullyman. It's Darman style television, but even worse. Darman. DHAR space MANN. I don't know what that is. Darman. Darman style.
I'm sure he'll answer in the chat later on.
Please do. Please, yeah. I'm like, what is Darman? I don't know. Lady, here's Mike Test again. Lady is probably turned on by Hawk and Wisp bickering. What? Lady? Who's Lady? What are we talking about here?
Lady? Big lady.
Don't make cry, what?
Tommy Mommy.
Lady Dimitrescu? What's her name? I don't know.
Dimitrescu.
Yeah.
So actually, I have that in my queue. So, okay. All right, Smud. So I downloaded, let's see, Avorion, Bayonetta, Black Mesa, Resident Evil Village, Just Cause 3, Just Cause 4, Prey, and Saints Row 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are the names again.
Resident Evil Village is going to be on the last game I play because, I love all those games, and I'd like to get through them. But it's like the dessert because apparently Resident Evil Village is good.
Okay. Bullyman's referring to Darman as a YouTube channel. Okay, I did not know that.
Huh?
All right. Okay. We can keep going.
You Again and The Big Bang Theory seem like simple comedies, but they actually have real-world implications, as seen in the 2011 documentary The Bully Project.
Oh, it's a documentary. Okay.
Okay. The vilification of bully victims. So, wait, I just want to point out, she said The Big Bang Theory has real-world implications.
I don't think so.
And it's proven in this documentary. That's her citation.
It's hard to take that show as
anything serious. I agree.
It's like a pastiche of what a bunch of people who live and work in university would be like. So
if anything, The Big Bang Theory made hipsters fall into the whole nerd subculture, and that made everything worse.
I don't know. I can't see that happening. Maybe, but it's so silly.
I think it maybe benefited nerd culture a bit. It's a bit more accepted, but you don't.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Mainstreaming anything makes it worse, and it makes horrible people come into your subculture and just make shit out of it.
I think,
and then they drive you out.
I think
great. And then we get the actual bullies, whom we finally got rid of after we left school and made our own subculture. And then they come back, and then they just shit on all our stuff. That's by the way also how the SJWs got in.
I was just
not
about
necessarily
to say.
through Big Bang Theory, but there were some also that got in through that. And
I would say Breaking Bad probably appeals more to the actual academics or those who have studied chemistry and sciences more than The Big Bang Theory.
Or people who just love it.
Okay, there's different things here. Yes, I can, and I know examples of that. Breaking Bad was, in fact, recommended to me by a chemistry student because of the chemistry being so unusually accurate for a TV series. And however, the Big Bang Theory still drives the nerd culture. Those are two different things. And drives the nerd culture into the mainstream. It's not that it makes nerds more accepted. The actual nerds are usually pissed by what you would call normie fashion chasers. It's actually what the fake fans are. Coming into their subculture, because you can't have actual conversations with them about the things you are interested in, because they are just superficial fashion chasers.
Right. I was
and a generation later, the same types of people will have another subculture that they latch onto again.
I was referring more to the power fantasy that she was referring to at the start of this, meaning there's a lot of moments in Breaking Bad where the underdog usually gets their moment, and it's like, oh, I like that, as opposed to the Big Bang Theory, which is just a bunch of weird references with weird jokes and things that are just goofy, and that doesn't quite resonate, I would say, with most people, unless you just like lighthearted comedy for the sake of it. And even then, if you don't get the references, which I don't think a lot of adults like my parents would. They watch it, but they probably don't understand half of the stuff.
The thing with youth culture, teenagers, as they grow up, is there's this new show that's funny. Let's emulate that, and that's the new hip thing. And that's on how you get these overlap moments happening. It's the same as what would be a good other example. The emo thing was kind of pushed like that, because there wasn't. I don't think there was a natural development. I think that was pushed by certain variants of media depictions that distorted the metal and the goth scene and the punk scene, because it's a mix of all of these in some way, but none of them really. And that's why everyone looks down on them. Of these original scenes.
Here's Mike Testa. Zach, play gavel sound effect and 20 bonks.
Sure.
Thank you, Mike, for that suggestion. Tyler Preston, Big Bang Theory is the menstrual show of nerd culture. Oh, that's not a.
Oh yeah. I could. That doesn't sound too wrong, yeah.
Oh dear, let's try not to remember those words.
It doesn't sound too right, even, to be honest.
Hey, Smud, which microphone do you use? Don't
say something you're going to regret.
I'm not going to say anything I regret. Everything I say, I stand behind 100%.
Sorry? Everything you say, you stand behind?
Yeah, everything I say on here or in life, I stand behind 100%. I thought Gingerman just said, "Don't say something you're going to regret." Never regret anything.
Yeah, because you just had the discussion earlier. I
don't regret that. I still stand by what I said. But anyway.
All right. Okay. Here is one more from Bully Man. Thanks for the donation. The third one. It's vilification of bullies. Think about how many people that have become successful because they wanted to prove to the bullies they were better. A harsh but effective method. Without the bully, they would not have excelled. They would have stagnated. I don't know. You're talking about two different things. One, you're talking about someone excelling in life in a certain vocation, and then you're talking about their life as a adolescent being bullied in school for whatever reason. Not necessarily the same topic.
Variables. A lot of variables in between those.
It could be about gym class. It could be about science class. It could be about some other thing. It could be unrelated. So it really depends on what the scenario is. Why was the person negative in the first place? Just because they're bigger than you? Just because they're better at you, but than you at something? I don't know. Hard to say. But bullying is always a negative impact. And sometimes you need negative impacts. It really depends on the context.
Yeah. There's nothing positive about bullying. So I don't think, it's a negative that can be molded into being a positive, but it's never organically positive.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt you, but can you say there's nothing positive about bullying again?
Maybe there's nothing positive about bullying.
You have a laugh track on your soundboard?
Now he has happy life
Get
shark.
the fuck out of here with that shit.
Oh no! A Full House reference. Oh no!
Hey Zach, go
Yeah,
watch
what's up, buddy?
Ghostbusters. Get out of this stream.
I mean, that's just
Why you
that's
bullying
just
me?
unspoken. That's
Why you bully me?
I mean, that just goes without saying, though.
Anyway,
I wouldn't recommend shooting at me because your gun goes pew. My fucking gun goes.
Zach, anyway. I don't know where I'm going to go with this next. Anyway, we'll carry on.
Hey, Smud.
We can end the video here. This video is boring.
Well, I want to hear her arguments more because it's getting kind of referential and on a very surface level and very quick example. We just say, okay, here's this episode where this happens. Like, yeah, and I want to know where she's going because I don't see the negative impacts aside from, hey, this person could ruin this person's marriage. But at the same time, it's like we don't understand the context exactly. Aside from they reconcile.
That's the thing. That's not. Yeah, but that person ruined the person's thing. That was a bully victim who overdid it, as in revenge with quotation marks.
I don't know what to call it. Is it revenge, retribution? I don't know. Is it vengeance, one-upmanship? I don't know. Yeah, we need to know the story. We can't just assume because she was bullied and she was motivated to do well in life, and therefore when she has her class reunion or whatever the hell that was, I guess it was a wedding shower, and then boom, I'm gonna get back at her.
It was a rehearsal dinner. Pay attention, Smud.
A rehearsal dinner for an engagement.
I'm not familiar with
why
all
don't you
these.
pay attention to the video?
These magical wedding experiences. I don't know how these things work anymore.
Oh, I thought you were gonna call the video magical. I'm like,
no,
that's
they have to rehearse their engagement because they're so fucking useless.
rehearse their engagement.
We're gonna eat the food, and then we're gonna walk down the aisle and eat some more food.
Engagement.
No,
dance.
Yeah, engagement rehearsal. It's not even a wedding rehearsal.
Get drunk out our ass.
Yeah, it's like we're gonna try all the wine, all the cheese. It's like, why not? Yeah.
I mean, has no one ever been to an engagement party rehearsal?
No,
because I'm not a faggot.
What?
It's the most cringiest thing ever.
Why did you do a rehearsal for that? That's stupid.
Excuse to drink wine. I think that's the only reason.
I just went for the alcohol, but it was like so that when the guy
I have alcohol and video games at home. I don't need to go to a rehearsal dinner for an engagement to waste time.
Zach's like that. I have alcohol and video games at home. Video games and alcohol at home is a can of Pepsi and out of.
I was involved with my.
I mean, correct. There is a can of Pepsi at home, but there is also Mike's Hard Lemonade and.
Well, you wouldn't have that at a
Jack
wedding.
Daniels. I got some Honey Jack.
That's not for everyone.
But yeah, for the engagement,
Honey Jack
party rehearsal, it was so that when the guy got down on one knee to propose, she said yes, and it was all rehearsed. So it was like
Well,
because what happens is,
you know what? When you add "I think" to the beginning of a sentence, you take all the romantic subtext out of it.
Yeah. No, but what the thing was is
it's an Amber from Invincible reference.
It's rehearsed. It's rehearsed in front of close family and friends. So, because I was going to be the guy's best man, so that when they do it in like with more people there, it doesn't go embarrassingly bad. Because the more people you invite, you're not inviting them to an engagement party. It's like you're inviting them just to a really big party thing, for something else, and then the engagement.
I mean, a celebration party. Like, hey, we got engaged. Hey.
Right. I know. I was involved with my brother's wedding. I wasn't the best man, but I was sort of the guy in charge of not organizing it, but getting everyone involved. And I never had
the usher.
Something like that. Yeah, I was always walking around and talking to people, making sure the guys in the back were working well. Like everyone was just jiving because of me, but I had no prep. I had no
sick beat.
Well, I don't know what to call my role was. I was heavily involved in the wedding, but I wasn't involved in the prep because that was all the bride who organized everything and she paid for everything and all this crap. So,
good woman.
Yeah, no, they very well organized. I mean, that was great. Chinese weddings are amazing. And I was just there to make sure everything was running smoothly because she was too busy, doing her thing. So I had to help out, and that was it. But I had no prep. I had no, I don't know, practice. There was nothing like that. So the venue.
Where's the manual?
Yeah.
Where's the manual?
There was
explain what I've got.
There was a schedule, but that's about it. I knew it was
task manager that presses help button.
Yeah.
That's not
It's like,
working.
come on, get the priest going. Let's go, baby. Nothing like that. Anyway. The vilification of bully victims. Oh wait, there's one more from
my
Mike.
friend. My friend and his fiance have still not got married yet, which is kind of weird because they've now got a kid as well. It's like hurry the hell up.
Well, so do you, and you're not married.
How long have they been
Yeah, but-
engaged?
Engaged. It's come up 6 years now.
Wow. Holy crap.
Holy shit, 6 still not married?
Yeah, it's just a bit like it's like hurry up.
According to common law, it's the government doesn't care. You're married at that point.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, you just got a super chat, by the way, from Mike Test.
Yeah, no, I got 2.
Amber is the worst thing on Invincible. No one lie. I agree, and you can hear us bitch about Amber all the way over on the Sloppy Seconds podcast.
Here is Mike Testa previously. Mahler is streaming Don't Cross the Streams. Laugh. He was streaming every day so far the past few days, so don't worry. It's nothing I can do about
Yeah,
it.
he's been streaming Resident Evil Village.
Yeah.
Also, Mahler is
I hop
Welsh.
into the chat sometimes and ask how the game is.
Oh no.
Also, Mahler is Welsh, so nah.
Thanks for
Okay.
that. Thanks for that tidbit. Okay.
Thanks for that advice.
Good to know. Here's Bully Man. Smut is CCP confirmed. CCP.
Chinese Communist Party.
Oh
no. They have excellent dumplings. I mean, I'll give them that.
There you go.
I was gonna say something about the fact. But the fact that Smud's brother married, I'm assuming, Chinese woman and everything like that. It's like, Canada in bed with China again.
If they can populate the world with excellent dim sum for breakfast, I think that is a worthy consideration for being taken over.
Yeah,
they do.
China's fine. China's absolutely fine.
It's
the I'm going to say he's now got Chinese in there. It's like Italian, Ukrainian, Canadian, Chinese. I mean, oh my god!
Every culture has their own version of a meatball and a dumpling. It's kind of interesting. So you guys got to go out there and experience it.
That is true.
Hey, Smud, what kind of cheese have you eaten today?
What cheese? Emmenthal, Asiago, and I have this mix. I have sour cream, and it's this South American mix of cheddar and it's jalapeno, and it's like really dried old jalapeno, and it's really spicy. I really like it.
I know you. Okay, so one, I know you said cheddar, but I like to think that you said cedar because that implies you finally got so mad at her for not playing Vampire Masquerade, you just ate her.
Oh yeah, remember that highlight?
Honestly, if you guys have not played this game,
I had Gorgonzola the other day.
Really,
it was really nice.
Wow,
I never had it before.
It is
really
a powerful flavor, my friend.
It is it's pretty powerful.
It is an Italian blue cheese, so you have to know what you're getting into there.
Oh,
yeah, it was pretty strong. I enjoyed it though. It was good stuff. I had a little
nice to hear. Glad you enjoyed it.
Every time I had Gorgonzola, it tasted like soap.
Maybe you're eating soap instead of Gorgonzola.
I know that's why I don't eat 4 cheese pizza anymore.
Yeah, Gorgonzola is not for everyone. That's true. So
4 cheese pizzas. The 4 cheese pizzas
that exists.
It's like cheddar and then the wrapping paper that got melted onto the pizza by accident, and then
it's still cheese.
What? It's more a 1 cheese pizza plus whatever fell into the vat.
No. Believe it or not,
there's wrapping paper on your pizza.
I'm sorry you live in trash land.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Hawk. There is actually an Italian pizza called Quattro Formaggi, and it's specifically made that way.
Yeah.
But it's delicious.
Man, I'm loving the food. Man, I gotta say, I'm loving the food in Texas. Where I was, all the food tasted like cardboard. Right? Like everywhere I go has like amazing food.
Oh, hold on, Wisp. Zach used to live in Trashland.
Yes.
You can both live in different trash lands. That's not the issue.
There's trash everywhere. There's trash in the South. There's trash in UK. There's
Hold
trash
on, hold on, hold on. Wait,
Field.
Wait, hold on. Wisp again. You live in Trashland. Okay, Germany. Fine. We'll just ignore them. Just.
At least we have proper bread.
You said bread was crap. You said your bread was crap.
No, your crap is your bread is crap.
Your crap.
Are we seriously gonna get another Wisp versus Hawk thing over bread?
I will override. I will override this discussion and simply say Wisp is right. So okay.
Hold on. No, I agree. No, that's not how this works. This is not how.
Shut up, Hawk. Shut up, Hawk.
You don't argue European bread, and it's
guys. We Brazilians have cheese bread.
Hawk, shut the fuck up. Hawk, shut the fuck up.
We have cheese bread. Okay, we already won. No
cheese
European
sticks.
Yeah, Italians call that pizza.
Bread.
Yeah, no,
they put the cheese in the bread.
Yeah, the cheese is inside of the bread.
Or if you want to be fancy, focaccia. So same idea. Anyway, don't worry. We'll keep going. Mike Testa, play a bonk sound the whole show when Hawk speaks. No, that's not nice.
No.
Yeah, there's a
how am I gonna make fun of for what Hawk says if I bonk over him?
There you go. See, only when he says something weird.
See, I need to be able to make fun of him.
Like how
also
bread and
bonks. You can't just use bonk.
Shut up, Matthews. Shut up.
I'm allowed to argue bread.
You can.
No, you're not.
I don't know
not
if you're going to do very well, but it's okay.
You need to have ground to stand on.
The Magna Carta allowed me to argue bread.
I'm sorry, did Magna Carta give you bread to argue with? Shut the fuck up.
I mean, the UK doesn't follow the Magna Carta, so whatever.
You have fish and chips, and you use vinegar as a condiment. Shut up.
Here is Bully Man again. No dim sum for you, only re-education camp for you, Round Eye. All hail glorious leaders.
Oh my god.
Well, his name is Bully Man, so I expect nothing less. That's okay.
I'm sorry, the Round Eye caught me off guard.
Here is one more, and then we keep going. Mike Testa, Wisp, what I meant to say is your crap is bread? Oh.
I tend to do the Leslie Nielsen's. I don't know why.
Brazil has gorgeous women. How can Brazil have gorgeous women if Brazil doesn't exist?
Yeah, exactly.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean, it's not wrong. We don't actually exist, so...
Yeah.
You see,
if
this
anybody's
is
the
the
shadow
best
person
way.
here, it's Matthias.
This is the best way to hide.
I am a hypothetical person. I'm not a shadow person.
This is the same thing with the Canadian investigation or intelligence agency. No one knows it exists. That's why it's so good. Same with Brazilian women. They're fantastic, but no one knows it.
Or Brazil in general, because Brazil doesn't exist.
This is possibly true as well.
You're gonna see the map of South America. There's a giant sea there. That was supposed to be Brazil.
It's the Sea of Brazil.
Here is where are we?
How's it the Sea of Brazil if Brazil doesn't exist?
Here is Bully Man. I'm
the
glad
Sea of Brazil can exist, but Brazil itself does not.
I'm glad all speakers joined Team Bully and started bullying Hawk. Go Team Bully. What? No, we didn't bully Hawk. What are you talking about?
This is not bullying me.
Hawk, shut the fuck up. Shut up.
No, Zach. No.
Shut up. You're gay. Shut up.
No. Shut up. Yes, and.
Anyway.
Yes, and.
I'm not gay. You start sucking my.
Shut up.
Anyway, we're not even half done. I don't know if we're gonna get finished this thing. It's so long. But we're at 7 minutes 30 seconds. Part 3: the vilification of bully victims.
We'll probably not finish this video.
Brazilian lives matter.
This is the one of the arguments I wanted to hear because this is the point of our video, I think. So.
Oh yeah. Let's go.
Do this.
Schools love to deny bullying in order to remove any culpability.
No, they don't.
Most schools resolve bullying by making the victim and the bully apologize to each other, just like.
No, they usually resolve it by suspending both of them.
Which is
that is not a good solution, but it is at least I have no fucking clue what's going on. I don't have the resources to figure it out. You both are shit. That is shit for the victim, of course, and some bullies do exploit that. However, that is still better than what many schools in Germany, in my own and some of others I've talked with later in life have done, which is telling the victim to not retaliate ever in any way, just be pacifist, then the bully will surely stop and lose interest, which the bully, of course, doesn't. There's basically 3 types of bullies, and only one of them loses interest. But at the same time, these teachers do not reprimand the bully ever, and at the same time, while telling you to never retaliate. This is the worst that they can do. This is actual psychological damage onto the child, onto the bully victim, because this teaches you to just be helpless. And well, some kids buy into it. That's bad.
You should.
Then you have really bad, and the worst ones are the ones where the bully victim is ignored, and instead just the victim is reprimanded for retaliation. That is really fucked up, and that also does happen. This solution here that she's presenting in the video, it's not great, but it's far from the really bad ones. This is the neutral, I don't know what to do solution that at least strikes the bully.
I mean, for a kid, not going to the school is kind of cool.
Yeah, it depends. It depends. In Germany, for example, students don't get suspended. That's not done because you have a duty. In Germany, we have something called school duty. That is by law. You have to go to school, so you can't be suspended from school.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I have something very important for you guys here in the chat.
What?
I have something very important for you in the chat.
I don't understand what you're saying when you're all speaking.
I said I have something very important for you here in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
We're gonna go through it later. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
Indeed, the meme section.
Yeah, sending confusing messages to the students who were victimized. And I'm actually going to play this clip in its entirety just to show the level of incompetence the higher-ups have when dealing with bullying.
Cole!
Cole? Oh, you're bad.
You are not going anywhere. He is offering his hand, and let this drop. You may go. Cole, I expected more.
Congratulations, nothing was accomplished.
Then why are you around him?
I don't. He comes to me. I try and get away from
This
him.
teacher is a problem.
And they criticize me, calling me a P-U-S-S-Y.
Okay, honey, that's not right, and he shouldn't do that.
Oh wow,
But
that's
you know
gonna
what?
help.
He was trying to say he was sorry.
No, he wasn't.
He didn't mean it.
You're not helping him.
You didn't mean it when you stuck out your hand out either.
Oh, fuck off!
At least he's
I'm gonna
honest.
kick this lady in the head.
Okay, stop. This woman is the exact problem why these situations do not get solved. She is harping on the bully victim for not being forgiving enough, when he knows exactly that the bully doesn't give a shit about words. She should be going after the bully, not him.
Indeed.
She is guilt-tripping him. She's reprimanding him for what? And even this bullshit of, oh, but why are you then around him? So what? Okay, I'm using the extreme example. Imagine he was a girl and the other guy was a sexual harasser or rapist, and she is then telling to the girl, well, if you don't want to be sexually harassed, why are you around him? Because that is the same, that is this constellation that is here, that is the structure that is here. This is the type of teacher who is pedagogically, psychologically useless to the point that she is harmful. She is detrimental to the school and to the students. She is the problem, not the solution.
But yeah, she's not helping at all.
And her hair looks stupid.
Yeah, and this is the type of teacher that will make him feel even more lost and even more pissed and maybe even turn him to nihilism.
I mean,
and then you've got a real problem.
Look at the boy. He's clearly disappointed by this.
He is at the brink of either crying or lashing out. And that's where she's putting him. She thinks that, oh, if you shake hands, then you're now friends. She lives in a bullshit fantasy world. Who taught her this crap?
Harmon?
But they must be getting this from some stupid seminars or some shit. I don't know. I don't know where they get this. They all believe this crap. Is this some feminist bullshit where this comes from? Can someone explain me where all these stupid, retarded women get all these stupid ideas that people can just make up, that bullies will just stop if you just shake hands and be friends, and then it's done magically. Like, in what stupid world do you live? This is why you should never let women like this in positions of power or decide about your government in your state and your nation, because they will employ the same stupid, naive, retarded, magical mindset on your government.
Yeah, it's never that easy.
Yeah, this is
I have a story that I saw on Sargon's video that his friend was called out by his school because his son stand up against a bully. And the teachers were saying, hey, he was wrong, he's punch a bully, and he said, no, my son was right, you're wrong, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Again, not that easy.
All right, here's Mike Testa. Zach, could you link your podcast? I found the wrong one. Oh, that's too bad. Zach?
Oops.
Mike Testa wants to know your podcast. So
that is going to be on Punished Bearserker's channel.
What you can do, Zach, is actually link it in the chat. I'll copy it and add it to the description, so everyone can have it. That's easier.
Sure.
Yeah.
Here is Great Scott. Teacher expects the bullied victim to give said bully a hand job or something. Begone, woman. Okay, great.
And there you go.
Thank you. Here's Bully Man again. That teacher woman is a old bully. She's bullying the kid. I agree with the German. The teacher sucks. The teacher says, why are you wearing sexy clothes so you get raped? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, basically. And Ego Dreamer says it in the chat. How to make a school shooter 101.
Oh, no.
It's this. I said there's 3 types of bullies, at least the ones I've identified. That is the ones who want to get a rise out of you. They're the ones who might get bored if you stop giving them attention. Some of them will still notice that you are tense when you're around them, and that is enough for them already. So even not paying attention to them will still keep them around. So that is 2 subtypes. And then you have the ones who don't give a shit whether you have a reaction or not. They just want to exercise power. They don't
evil.
Yeah. They just want to exercise power. They don't give a shit about your reaction. They don't give a shit if you cry. They don't give a shit if you retaliate. They only want to get whatever is out of them. And then you have the sadists. The sadists also want a reaction out of you. And you will not be able to withhold it. Because they will beat you up. They will psychologically torture you. They will know that you suffer inside. Those you cannot ignore either. And
you should
the sad
stand
thing
up
is,
for yourself and defend yourself against bullies.
Yeah. And the only solution, sadly, that these types of bullies understand, except the one who loses interest, is physical harm. They do not care about words. Words mean nothing to them. They only understand physical pain, physical retaliation. That is the sad part. Maybe you can get rid of them via institutional ways, but that is unlikely. They may only stop if you get physical. Then they learn their lesson that you are not an easy target, and then that's the sad part of it. They'll look for a new target. That is easy. In the case of the one that does psychological warfare, the sadist that does psychological warfare. That's a bit tricky. For that one, might be cunning enough to play victim and turn everything around, and that is the worst one. That is where the whole dark triad of narcissism, psychopathy, and Machiavellianism comes together. That is someone who will not just wreck your life, but in once it gets into adult ages, will wreck lives left and right and exploit people. And there's barely any escape from that. Just hope that in that case, school will be over someday and you'll not ever meet that person again. And if that person wants to hook up with your sibling, you say, look, watch out. Because if you
shut the fuck up.
You're an idiot.
Shut the fuck up, Hawk.
You don't let your family run into psychopaths.
Hawk, no worries, it's just joke. It's just a joke.
All right, let's keep going. Here's the bully man again. To the German, they get these stupid ideas from American pop psychology books. I would have to know exactly which ones, because most textbooks that you would get on psychology are fairly good these days. But when you're talking about books like self-help books from random, I don't know, university profs these days, I don't know.
He mostly talking about those pop books that everyone buys and talks and thinks that their lives will be better if they just do what the book's doing.
Well, yeah, but even Dr. Phil is pretty good. Like, he's not some horrible person who recommends bad ideas.
There's always good pop psychiatry books, but most of them are pretty bad and doesn't do good.
I would
advice.
say the magazines you see at newsstands might be bad, but the actual text, like even the books from the 70s have been pretty good. So it really depends on what you're reading. I'd have to actually check one of those out just to see what the big problem is.
And just for clarification, in this instance, I wasn't talking from any book. I was just talking from personal experience and how this stuff, what I've deduced are the types that I came across, and what works and what doesn't. And the thing is, since there are types that where only physical retaliation works, you will get into trouble for that. You know that beforehand. Accept that. You will, even if they reprimand you for that, you will know the bully won't come after you anymore after that. Sometimes
also,
that's necessary.
If you have a son and he does get in trouble for defending himself, stand up for him and say he was right.
Yeah. Know what's even better? Because that's a story I've heard from older generation. My Mr. Miyagi
beat up the kid
is
for your child.
No. His son got into trouble because he beat up other kids all the time. So he got called in. And then they cleaned up the story that then came out of that is very interesting, because it turned out that his son always got into trouble for beating up other kids because he was protecting the kids that got beaten up by bullies. He was beating up the bullies all the time. But the teachers only ever saw him in the fight with the bullies, which made him look like the bully. And that, in my eyes, is a hero. And
he's doing God's work.
Yeah, and that was the school still wanted him to stop that, and his father to reprimand him, and he said, well, I'm not going to do that. He's doing the right thing. These kids are shit. And my son is protecting the kids who can't defend themselves, because the bullies were always going a few years. The targets they were going for were always like 2 or 3 years younger, and the other story.
We found something that we agree with the video creator, because the higher ups in almost all schools are really, really incompetent.
They're pretty useless.
Yeah, they're pretty shit. Yeah.
So actually, here's a fun story.
Mm-hmm.
I remember my first fight. see, I was sixth grade. So first year of middle school. There's this guy that would come around and he would fuck with me at my locker every day between classes. Every fucking day with this guy. And one day he steals my lock from my locker and just like runs off with it because it was sitting next to me while I was getting a book out or something. And I chase him up the stairs. I grab his legs, trip him going up the stairs. He busts his lip open on the stairs. I took the lock out of his hand, and because I'm a skinny little fuck, I know if I punch him in the face, it's not going to do much. So I took that lock in my hand and just smashed him in the face with it. Never fucked with me again. I got suspended. I come outside to the car, see my mom sitting there. She has a very serious look on her face, and I'm like, I am in so much fucking trouble. I'm about to get my ass beat when I go home. And she just looks at me and goes, "You hit him good?" Like, "Yes, ma'am." She's like, "Good job. Let's go get some ice cream."
All right.
See?
Here's Mike Testa. I typed in sloppy seconds and it brought me drag. Oh, well, don't worry. The link is in the description, so just go right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, the
Bears, if you're listening, you need to fix your fucking homepage on your channel because it's blank.
Here is Bully Man again. Steel Series Bully Hunters TM.
Oh God, no.
No, Bully Hunters is not the real Bully Hunter, okay?
They are bullies. That pretended to be anti-bullies. That was a scam.
We don't talk about that weird gaming experience anymore. So
okay. I have a better story.
Yeah,
for
about
gaming.
it was about gaming.
Yeah, and
it was a failed campaign.
When
I thought it was feminist agenda number 502.
Everybody just cut off Wisp there for like 3 times.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Nope.
And so when Mr. Miyagi was young himself, he got chased by bullies, and his mother was she was cross-eyed and red-haired, so she got a lot of snide comments herself. And then one day when he was I don't know young, early school days, he ran home away from his bullies. Father wasn't home, and ran in to his mother and cried and the bullies, hoping that his mother would solve the issue. And he told that she was just standing there looming with her fists in her hips, looking down on him, and told him, "If you don't go out there right now and show those guys who's boss, I'm going to beat you up more than they ever will." And that really hit home with him because he's scared of mommy, went out and did it. And I ran away and never bothered him again. And that's an early childhood moment where he grew up, and his mother, for the moment, because the dad wasn't there that day, his mother took on a fatherly role in that sense, in that she told him to man up and go out and fight the dragon, and he did, and it worked. That was great. That is so how cool. how you support your kid against bullies. Because bullies know as long as the others don't retaliate, they can do whatever they want.
You tell them to defend themselves.
Yeah.
All right, so we're not even half done. We can keep going if you guys want to.
At least a little bit more.
Yeah.
I am more than willing to keep going because I'm enjoying the conversation.
Yeah, I still want to hear.
I think we can go.
I like the example she's showing because it's like, yeah, this is a bad example, but this is like, I don't know if this is
typical
a made-up documentary or this is actual footage. I don't know, so that's fine. I don't mind this. So anyway,
him, people. By not shaking his hand, you're just like him.
No,
that's the exact abuse I'm talking about.
No.
This is the freaking gaslighting I'm talking about.
Kid
She's telling the victim, "You are just like the bully if you do X or Y."
No,
this is
you
wrong.
Don't drop charges against your rapist. You're a rapist too.
This is horrible. This woman is a psychological abuser, and she should not be in this job.
Hell no.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not
lady.
good.
Here's Mark in 3D. Wisp. Final Fantasy X's Titus. Listen to my story. Like, oh no.
What? I don't get it.
You know what, Wisp? Maybe you were the Final Fantasy 7 all along.
Yeah.
Depends. She's the remake.
Those two games are connected, kind of, sorta.
Oh dear.
Maybe the true Final Fantasy 7 was the friends we made along the way.
That's not.
Okay, let's keep going.
We're going.
See, that's not even close to the Titus laugh. I'm sorry, Zach. You got totally way off. Anyway.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The what?
Wow, you fucking ruined it, man.
The what?
He doesn't even know.
Oh, forget it. Don't even bother.
Yeah.
Threatened to break your arm. Threatened to stab you and kill you.
He
Shoot you with a gun.
he apologized.
No, he didn't. This dumb woman. This fucking dumb woman. She believes that was a sincere apology. Have you seen how
It's just making a school shooter. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what she's just doing. That's what she's creating here.
You're making us. This is ABCD on how to make a school shooter.
Yeah. Have you seen how the way the bully was standing there when this apology thing was happening? It's just go back a little and we just look at this.
What
there? Look at that. He's looming forward. Wait. He is head forward. He's looking mean. He's pissed. He's pissed because he told the teacher, probably. This guy is full of aggression. This guy's not apologizing. He's doing what the teacher is telling, and the teacher is letting him off because he did what he said the magic words. But he doesn't believe in the magic words.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He look at him. He's not caring.
Bitch is literally making a school
open
shooter.
sesame, sick. I'm not in trouble.
Does this look like he's giving you an apology?
So really, what we should learn from this is probably don't tell the teacher. Like you shouldn't tell your brother about his fiance.
You know, this is the problem with this woman is that she doesn't understand what remorse looks like. It's not in the words. Remorse is not in the words alone. Mm-hmm. It needs to be a wholehearted feeling. And if you can't even tell from this body language that this guy has no remorse at all, taking his apology is just submitting to him. And the victim guy here in the red white striped shirt, he is doing the right thing by not wanting to accept this because this is fake. You do not accept a fake apology. Never accept a fake apology.
This poor fucking kid, dude.
So where were we?
This teacher
is so
really
bad
incompetent.
I feel so bad for this kid.
I've been in a situation like this before at school, and it's really one of those where you're just a bit like, ugh. I know exactly what's going through this kid's head.
Yep.
Fucking hell.
Away from him. He follows me. Okay. And they criticize me, calling me a PU.
Okay, honey, that's not right, and he shouldn't do that.
Oh, great.
You know what?
But I'm glad you said.
Why are you not telling him?
He already did, and he didn't mean it. We
You
had
know
to
what?
continue on.
You didn't mean it when you stuck out your hand out either.
Yeah, he doesn't need to mean it.
Cunt.
So that means you're just like him.
I want to punch her.
No.
Fucking cunt.
Seriously, I want to. This makes me want to punch her.
Yeah.
Because she's equating the perpetrator not meaning the apology, that I am as bad as the perpetrator for not meaning the acceptance of the non-apology. Like, this is crazy.
Dude,
this is how you facilitate abuse.
Dad, that
she
lady's
is the same
meeting the
person
wall.
who in some be it the Catholic Church, be it some Boy Scouts, be it whatever, helps to facilitate pedophile abuse and will make you apologize to your fucking abuser, and then put you back into the fucking Bible reading group or some bullshit where your abuser is in, because now everything is fine again, right? This is the mindset that produces that. This is a different setting. This is a lighter situation, but it is the same mental mechanics that produce that.
I don't know how this kid is doing right now, but then she's not actually helping at all.
He's probably doing 10 to 15 years after he shot up the school. So it's
yeah, and you usually have environments like this before a school shooting, and then they all cry, "Oh, how could this happen? Oh, nobody bullied him. Oh, he isolated himself." Yeah, and where were you?
Yeah.
Where were you? Oh, you were bullying him. You're just not admitting to it. Where were the parents if they didn't have his back?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, honestly, I'm just getting so many flashbacks from like my time at school with this. I've literally been through this conversation so many different times.
I'm telling you, women are not equipped to deal with the psychological issues of children.
Women are not equipped.
There are very few exceptions.
Fill in blank.
I don't know.
This woman is mentally not an adult. She lives in a fantasy world.
Maybe parents from the 70s and 80s are fine. Nowadays, maybe not so much, but women were pretty strong when I was growing up, so they were scary too. You did not mess around with them.
Yeah, and look, she's going for the soft target. She's going for the bully target, not the bully. This is usually what these kinds of people do. They go for the soft target, just like the bullies go for the soft targets, because she is a coward herself.
Yep.
All right.
You, by not shaking his hand, you're just like him.
Like someone who
No, it's not.
pushes you into a wall, threatens to break your arm, threatens to stab you and kill you,
He
shoot you with a gun.
he apologized.
For that?
Have you reported all that sort of stuff?
Yes.
Okay, then it's been taken care of.
And all of them.
No, it's not
taken care
I told
of.
him to stay away from me.
Okay.
And he doesn't.
All right. Can you try to get along? I think
What?
you guys
Because
might
he doesn't
be really
mean it.
good.
Oh my god, this lady is meeting the fucking wall.
Bitch. How is he supposed to get along with someone who keeps doing the fucking criminal shit? When that other guy is even being told to stay away from him, and you're telling the victim to, hey, can you try to get along with your abuser? This is just what I told you about the fucking pedo cases you find in these religious groups. This is exactly that.
Yeah.
This woman belongs on the street. Fuck.
Here's Joe Crazy. Pumped up kicks plays in the background. Thanks, Joe Crazy. That really helps the mood out.
And it's the same shit I was told. The same fucking shit. Oh, can't you apologize to your abuser? Oh, can't you get along with your abuser? Oh, nobody else complains, so
Why
it's
does the
just you.
victim have to
Maybe you're
apologize?
making it all up. Nobody else is complaining about this abuser, alleged abuser.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't hurt me, so it must be a good person. I've heard all these fucking things.
Yeah.
Degenerates like you belong on a cross.
Fuck you, lady.
All right, let's go.
Let's just get.
We were. And they started bullying me.
I watched The Bully Project in my junior year of high school, not because a teacher or school board made me, but because I actively sought it out. I wanted to see and be able to connect with other kids like me, and it was extremely sad, but also helpful to know that I wasn't alone. And the scene of the two boys needing to shake hands stuck with me for life. Bullying, as seen in the documentary, is never serious enough until it's too late, until someone's committed suicide or is seriously hurt. And that is not okay. Verbal abuse is real and causes irreversible emotional pain.
This wasn't just
as well
about
as
verbal
mental
abuse,
illness,
but
such as anxiety and paranoia. You again implies this by having Marnie be a perfectionist, but research shows that this is actually not true for most bully victims. Instead, most bully victims feel inadequate later in life, like Leonard.
The problem with this bullying situation is that he was targeted also by the teacher with psychological abuse. And if he doesn't have the backup by his family on top of that, then that will all damage him very, very hard. If he had backup by his family And especially if the teacher would be acting properly, there would be no lasting damages. Because the system would work, because the world would be working as it should be.
If I remember correctly, his mother is a psychologist, I believe, but a very hard-ass sort of psychologist, so not very compassionate. She's very straightforward.
I have no
idea about the backgrounds here.
Yeah, with Leonard's mum. Leonard's mum, I think, actively hates Leonard and just uses him for.
I was still talking about the school.
Oh yeah, I know who you were talking about, but I was also tying it into that people knew what Smud was talking about. So it's a very strange. Leonard's life is pretty much just ruined from day one, considering the fact that his mum did psychological tests on him the minute he was born. So, mayhem.
All right.
That's it.
Some medal?
That's all I had.
The Newcomb medal. Yeah, congratulations.
Well, congratulations. The Newcomb medal? Oh, please. That's the scientific equivalent of a smiley face sticker on your homework.
On the other hand, pure bullies who bully over a long period of time, tend to be the abuser in abusive relationships and develop antisocial behavior and lack of empathy, as seen with Leonard's bully.
But they don't develop lack of empathy. They already don't have any.
What a puss.
School board and faculty in the documentary are clearly inept when dealing with bullying, thus illustrating a larger problem across the nation. Within the first few moments of the documentary, the assistant principal at the school where Kevin goes sees one kid crying after being beat up, but she doesn't believe him because she doesn't see any physical damage, even though the boy was clearly crying.
I don't see any
He looks like he has a black eye.
He got hit pretty good. Did he?
In the case of Kelby, a lesbian student growing up in Oklahoma, her teachers isolated her and encouraged homophobic behavior, which in the end made her leave school.
Another teacher told me how they burned fags and kept talking about it with me in the classroom, and everyone was laughing.
Well, maybe the school just sucks.
And they kept going.
The same assistant principal from earlier also refuses to take Kevin's bullying on the bus seriously.
I'm gonna be honest, like, I am upset enough I don't want him to ride the bus anymore.
What bus is he on?
54. It's absolutely not acceptable. I mean, they're stabbing him with pencils and choking him, and...
Buses are notorious.
What the fuck is wrong with
choking?
For lots of kids.
She's justifying
I
it.
wish I could say I could make it stop.
Yeah,
I'm
just.
not gonna lie to you.
This is.
I can't.
This woman's
It's quite clear that she's not interested in one iota in dealing with kids.
So if I put him on another bus, I have, what, little to no guarantee that he'll be safe on that bus either?
I feel real bad that this happened.
Send your kids to school with the
No, you
assumption
don't.
that if they're out of your care,
No, you don't, because you just literally said, I feel real bad for you. It's like, ugh.
I feel bad for her husband.
Wait, is this the same stupid bitch?
When the faculty investigates
Yeah.
Kevin's case, they become defensive after...
Yeah, so that is the type of principal. She's assistant principal, was that? And this is the type of teacher of power position that will produce school shooters. You're right about that.
Yeah.
This is exactly that. And at least here we see a mother that cares about her kid and believes her kid. So at least we have that.
Kevin rightfully calls them out for not doing anything about the bullying he's faced in the past.
On the bus? Yeah, there's like a little knob you can, then once you unlock that knob, you can like lift up the seats. And he lifted up the seat, put my head in it, sat on my head.
How do you know I didn't do anything?
I don't know, cause...
Alex, did he sit on your head after you told me? I did talk to him. And he didn't do that again, did he?
No, but he was still doing other stuff after that.
Like, what's happening here? It's getting very quiet.
They also put all the onus on him to speak.
Well, that's just the video.
That was the video.
Yeah, what actually
they were
happened
talking.
then?
They were talking very quietly. So, what happened was that this kid was bullied in one certain way, and the let's just say this was the principal out of for convenience sake.
Yeah.
And she sounds dismissive about it to me. and then says, oh, but he didn't do it again because I talked with him. So she wants the problem to be solved that way, that, oh, this is now out of the way. And him saying that, yeah, he didn't do that again, but he did do other stuff then, is something that where she now feels, this is a shitty problem, I'm out of control. So I don't have control, because just telling him to not do one thing makes him just do other things. It's because this woman doesn't understand how kids work or how bullies work. Because it doesn't matter what you tell him not to do, because kids, bullies are creative and they will just find anything. The problem is not the one specific thing the bully is doing. The problem is that the bully is bullying in general. And she is too inept to reprimand him for the behavior in general, for being a fucking asshole.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, it's just I didn't get the context
this is
of that.
Genuinely upsetting.
And this is the problem. This is the problem why schools produce these absolutely lost kids that don't know what to do anymore, and then plunge into nihilism. And that nihilism is then what makes them go amok.
Sorry. Yeah.
Of course, not all of them.
The problem with schools is they're trying to they're so full of mumbo jumbo shit to try and make everyone into NPC 2471 whatever that they just can't handle bullying and stuff like that, because it goes outside of NPC programming.
Now the main part of that problem is that all these women think that, oh, we can just solve all problems with talking, right? No, not even women can do that with each other.
Bullshit. Yeah,
women can't even do that with each other. This is a complete magical fantasy that this would be in any way possible. You would need absolutely logical beings devoid of emotion, and even then it wouldn't work, because they would still come to different conclusions and then try to kill each other over that. The problem is that they're not treating the children as children, and that they're so scared of any form of violence that, for one, we see this where they forbid rough and tumble play, because these women cannot even discern play violence from actual violence. Ironic. It's almost ironic that they can't deal with actual bullies who do non-play violence.
Yeah,
it's insane, and this is the very reason why they think, oh, we can't reprimand the bully because then we need to get physical. So we don't want to see anything physical. So we tell the bully victims that you can't beat up your bully, although that is the only language he understands, or she.
Yeah.
And this becomes an unsolvable problem.
Here's Mike Testa. This is why I don't feel bad when people like her croak. Well, she's obviously not doing a very good job, but I don't think she deserves death.
No, that's what that means?
Not entirely, but she's still sucking at her job.
Yeah, that's a problem.
She shouldn't be in that job at all. Make her a cashier somewhere or something.
Here's Bully Man. Yes. Again, thank you, Bully Man. Female leadership. There you go. Thank you.
So I want to share a little story. The second best teacher I ever had in my life was actually a gym teacher. Saw me getting bullied one day, grabbed me and the bully by the scruff of our shirt and dragged us behind the theater stage. Looked around, made sure nobody was there, and just went, "I'm not here." He made sure that we didn't fuck each other up too much. And once it was clear that one of us won, he broke it up and was just like, "You're done. If I see this happening again, I'll fuck you both up myself."
That's good. That's actually good. That's actually good. I like that way of handling it. Boys need that.
Yeah.
And that's the interesting thing, by the way. There's I don't know if you've ever been to rocker pubs, but they usually, it gets rough once in a while, but they're all friends. And even when it gets rough, it's just, beating up a few punches, like 2 or 3, not more. And the barkeep goes on, "Hey boys, just sit down again, okay?" And they're all very careful about never breaking anything. No matter how heated the fights are, never break anything and never spill a drop of beer. It's very, very, well, that's a very German thing.
Very important.
Yeah, and then they've exchanged their punches. Everything's okay again. They sit back down and they drink their beer.
Yeah,
their buddies again.
You spill beer, other people get involved because that's offensive.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah,
a German never spills beer. There's something you will, if you ever go to a beer garden or German beer hall. I've been told that the same effect happens in the US with German immigrants. That if they get really drunk and even start some nonsense, and they still have their stein in their hands or their glass, you will see even when they fall down, the glass will be locked in space in a quantum locked position, and that they will then move around while they will even take a hit to the head while they fall onto the ground. But the glass, the beer, the stein will remain in the air, unmoving, because you never spill beer. The beer is more important than your own health. It's very.
So you people,
very
you people are fucking Time Lords or what?
No. Listen, the more
it's a
talks,
German thing.
The more I'm convinced that the more beer a German drinks, it builds a gyroscope in like their elbows.
Yeah, it does.
That may be the case. That may be the case.
It does.
And
no, it does.
a friend of mine, he's in charge of a bunch of Germans, and so they go to a beer hall regularly, and he cannot believe how much beer they drink. He he does not understand where they fit it. And because it's like 6 to 8 drinks, 6 to 8 beers, and they still keep going, and they keep putting the bratwurst in, and he doesn't know where the fuck the stuff is going. And he's because he told me this in complete amazement that and then they got into a fight but they still had their beers in their hands, but the beers didn't drop a single drop of beer. And even one went down, and the beer was still in the air. He couldn't believe it, and it's completely normal. This happens here every day or every night. So, so for me, that is so normal. I don't even see it. It's just part of the culture.
This is superior German Stein engineering. So
it's Stein magic.
Superior German drinking engineering.
Here's Mike Testa. I meant when she's the reason a shooting happens. Well, I don't know. It's correlation is not.
It's fine.
Calibers of weapons.
This types, but these
correlation
types
is not causation.
Of female teachers. They're certainly a big factor in producing kids going amok. This is
why I'm really glad that it's really difficult to get a gun in the UK, because the way our school systems go, there would have been a ton of school shootings here as well. It's not even like I'm not even like making like a ha joke thing there. It's really bad over here. So.
All right. Okay. Let's. You guys want to keep going? We've been going on for a while now. It's up to you. It's up
to whatever anyone wants to do.
Yeah, I don't want to drag it on too much for you fellows, because you got lives.
So we doing the meme section now?
We can do the memes. Oh, it's fine.
I'm good either way. I can keep it going.
Right, we'll have a vote then. Who wants to carry on? Raise your hand.
Well, I think if you don't want to carry on anymore, you're free to go. But
we'll carry on with the video, Zach.
Yeah,
I could go on, but I can't sleep.
I vote carry on.
Carry on.
Okay.
All right. Well, here's the first meme that we got, and it's why Zach was so enthusiastic about those eyebrows, but they're there. Thank you, meme. Anyway. Back to the video.
Then taking action against the bullies.
What's one thing that you need to start doing that you haven't done?
Beat the bully up.
How can we
Loading a 9.
Can you trust
Glock.
us that we'll do something when you tell us that someone's bothering you?
Well, in 6th grade, you did nothing about Teddy sitting on my head.
One trope that I think makes people
Look how
favor
lost
the
she
bully over the victim is the sympathetic bully character that is
What I've noticed in these stories, and this is a good example with this dead look of her, where she's just, I don't know if she's in shock or something, but I think what she's constantly fearing is legal repercussions, and that is in part what makes these teachers tell the victims to shut up somehow or look at themselves as somehow being responsible for what's happening.
Well,
which is similar to what happens in these religious cults with pedophilia issues. They tell the victim that, oh, don't make a fuss, because they don't want any negative attention to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like with the I know it's going to be like taking it to an extreme and everything like that. But with the grooming gangs in the UK, there was this feeling of just shut up about your experiences and stuff. Just keep quiet because of the repercussions, the legal repercussions that might happen. We don't want.
We need the legal repercussions. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And not you, but these assholes.
Yeah. But this was again like women dealing with rapes. Yeah. But this was like
UK overcorrection to like 1984 levels.
Yeah. And even a member of our parliament liked and retweeted a parody account because she thought it was real, telling victims of rape grooming gangs should be quiet for the sake of diversity.
Oh, that was satire.
That was satire.
Because that rather sounds like you said, like someone said the quiet part loud.
Yeah, no, but it was actually a parody account. But it goes into this thing of telling victims just to be quiet because people just don't want to deal with the repercussions after. Yeah. They'd rather just sweep everything under the carpet than actually deal with stuff.
Yeah, the irony is that these are the same kind of people that complain about rape culture in Western countries and then enable an actual rape culture. That's the worst, one of the worst parts of that whole bloody mess that is still not history but still present.
Okay, let's keep going. We're good.
Thankfully, you again in The Big Bang Theory. Joanna doesn't play too much into this, as the revelation about her parents only comes out when she's an adult, and The Big Bang Theory almost goes this route, but thankfully retconned it at the last moment, showing that people are just jerks. But movies like The Bridge of Terabithia and Sierra Burgess is a Loser love to blame bullying on abusive parents and abusive households. And yeah, that can be a reason for bullying, but I think the bigger reason is hate speech, and how that hate speech is
I think she speaks too fast.
She is.
Oh my God! Orange
how did she make that turn?
She went from bullying to hate speech to Trump. That's amazing. She was doing so well.
We were on. Oh my God!
Oh God!
She was doing
Cheyenne.
so well, guys. She had everything.
If you ever
that's what's heartbreaking. That's why I'm upset. Is because she went from look how shitty the school system is. I think it's because Orange Man bad.
Yeah.
That was the big 180.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dear Cheyenne, if you ever see this response, you are right about the school system, but when you buy into this hate speech stuff, you become a bully yourself, because that is nothing but a tool for bullies in order to order others around. It's only abused.
We agree with the school system and how the principal was important. Just don't buy that.
Genuinely upsetting because she was actually doing well.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, we could stop at this point. I think we've revealed her politics very, very sharply. So
you're being
I'm okay to stop
blinded by hate for a political figure that you know nothing about, that you only know propaganda about.
Yeah, what does Donald Trump have to do with the British school system with bullying? What does that have to do with the school systems of bullying elsewhere?
The school is a local problem, not a national problem.
Yeah, and if you really see a problem with anything that happened in that school in those clips, that is a product of radical left ideology. That is where this comes from. This coddling, this Oedipal nonsense.
Do you know about documentary we were watching about the bully problem was in 2011, right? So who was president in 2011? Because it wasn't Obama.
Oh my god!
It was the Barack.
I have no idea. It might have been.
Might have been the Orangeman. Might have been the Orangeman.
What the bully hitters thing?
Yeah, because it can't have been Obama, because then she can't make the argument.
Yeah, I know, but it was Obama, so this is why there's no argument.
Oh my god! Ladies and gentlemen,
this is why I agree with Smud. It's a bit silly now because you can't bring something from before Trump and then say, well, hate speech of Trump. No.
Yeah,
no.
That just shows how completely brainwashed she herself is without noticing it. And the sad part is that she doesn't realize the issues and this policy, this train of thought that makes all these women teachers so inept and so even abusive, psychologically abusive to bully victims, is a product of this endless Oedipal left-wing, radical left-wing mindset where you have to be nice and cuddly with everyone. And that just doesn't work. That's a left-wing product. It has nothing to do with Trump.
Yeah, like I said, there's no reason for a picture of Trump to even exist in this video whatsoever in any capacity ever. So, and now that that's happened, I'm not interested in going any further with the video because it's just
just with
good faith.
Yeah, just
so
with
much good
Trump,
faith.
Yeah, just Trump bad instantly devalues literally the whole thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's some memes to finish it off, and this is one. Who made this one? I don't even know. I think Zach just posted that.
Bears made all of these.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
who made this meme? It's just bears.
This is
some bears. Okay.
Oh, just
it's always bears.
Oh, I get it. Oh my goodness. Punished Bearserker.
All right. Let's do the next one. Here's the Smud report. I'm not sure exactly what's happening here.
Smud.
What is
British Noisini?
Guys.
Hey, Wisp, can you translate the Smud report?
Well, it's not on the stream screen.
That's our new show, ladies and gentlemen, the Smud report.
Oh, that's Deutsche Geräusche.
It's not even on
that's
the screen,
German noises.
Oh, okay.
And thanks.
Guys. Sorry about that, guys.
And if you had put my head a little further up, you could see Blair's tits.
Yeah, but you know, you're intelligent debate, not boobs.
Anyway, here's another one. I'm not sure what this was referring to, but this is just.
I like how great Scott has just put, "Oh yes, World War II" in response to the Smud report.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there with the.
I'm waiting for it to show up on the stream.
Oh, I think.
Bonk.
What? And of course, it's anime bonking him.
I love that so much.
What?
It's an anime bonk.
Oh no. No.
It makes it even worse.
What? What's wrong?
It makes it even worse.
What?
It makes
What's
everything
wrong?
worse.
It's like it's anime.
Oh, no. It's anime. It makes everything worse.
Does it? I think anime makes things better.
I'm joking. Jesus Christ, Zach, calm down. God.
No, I will
It's
not
an
calm down.
anime. It's an anime.
No, I
bonk.
will not calm down until you admit that American football is best.
I haven't got a clue what you're on about here.
So let's not go back to that.
All right, one
What?
more.
What? Am I wrong? Show me where I'm wrong.
Anyway.
Show me
Yeah.
where I'm
There-
wrong.
there's-
You're not
there's
wrong,
the-
but let's stop.
There's the other
Let's
reason.
stop.
No, I will not stop. I will not be silent.
Yes, you will. Shut up.
There's the other reason
Alright.
to go play Vampire Bloodlines. So, well, that's one of many.
How
many
about no?
reasons.
How about no?
I don't know. She makes a pretty compelling argument. She's pretty.
I'm waiting for it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
Waiting.
a pretty compelling argument. Yeah. Hey, Bats, what do you think of my new outfit? Sorry.
Yeah.
That's-
No, she's actually more interesting than Harley Quinn, I would say.
Very much so.
Oh, the reason why you play Vampire Bloodlines is the storyline and the characters in it, and the voice acting, the dialogue options, the choices. It's just fantastic. Fantastic is a word. I just invented that. Fantastic. It's great. It is that much fun.
Mm-hmm.
It is that much exciting, and it's simple. It's nothing like over-the-top explosions, although there are some occasional collapses of buildings and this and that. It's just a cool, fun game. It's entertaining. It has intrigue. It has mystery. It's got
It
death.
knows how to do atmosphere.
The atmosphere, the music.
This game knows how to pull off a scary place.
When you enter this nightclub, it is a sanctuary, and there's all these sanctuaries throughout the city. And this is the first one you go to, and it feels like you're in a club. It's the same music track playing over and over again, but it just feels like, oh yeah, this is the right place. This is a nightclub. So they do something so well.
It's just Benny Hill on repeat.
No.
And one of the big jokes is that this is not a horror game in the sense of it tries to scare you, but it has a few sections that are suspense horror, and it pulls them off better than some horror games.
That is the which hotel is that? The name of the hotel? Sandbanks Hotel.
One of the first missions is in a haunted house, and that's damn good. And I would recommend to not spoil or anything about it.
It is.
Because it's just done so well with all the events. A lot you can miss.
Yeah,
and that's just so every time you go through that and then you play through, you do something else. As you try to figure it out, you may come across things you've never seen before.
It is the Ocean
Great.
House Hotel, and it is actually it does sort of creep you out. It doesn't scare you, but it's like, whoa, what's going on? Because you're in the
that
world.
Depends. I found the washing cellar kind of creepy.
Yeah, they mirror a lot of old horror films. Like, okay, they're doing the girl running across the hallway, and you look, and she's no longer there. Like, they do a lot of little things like that, which you're expecting, and then there's stuff you're not, and you believe it because you're in the world of vampires. You're in the world of the supernatural. So it's like, all right, I can get behind this. At the same time, you are a vampire, and you're not mortal. Like you obviously you can technically live forever, but you can also be destroyed, and these things can kill you. So there's all these wonderful degrees of horror and just good elements that you weren't expecting throughout this entire game. This one little level, just boom, has this scary premise, and I thought that was so well done. And wow, just what a gem of a level design to have that. Anyway,
real love went into that.
Yeah, love is the best way to describe these sorts of games where they put so much effort into it. They're under a limited timeline, broken engine. You know, they try their best. The same with Fallout New Vegas. The same with all these other great games that will never die because they're classic works of art. And we can always go back to them every year. The same with, well, I just played New Vegas this year, so Final Fantasy VI for me is a classic. Chrono Trigger is a classic. All these JRPGs that just I don't think are going to go away anytime soon. But we have lots of Western games like that. Baldur's Gate comes to mind. Baldur's Gate 2. Those excellent stories and characters and games. But why would
you can always make the argument that in the techno level they are not really that good because you need to install a unofficial patch, but the story is so good that the techno flaws really doesn't matter.
It's part of the charm, honestly. Comparing it to the polish of Eastern games and the details and stats of Western RPGs, there's a charm all its own, and you just have to experience it, go through it. The same with the weird, like the Ys series that's been going on for 8 or 9 episodes. It's just constantly going. There's never going to end. There's always a market for it. So I don't know why we're jumping into gaming now, but thank you guys for tuning in all this time. And I was expecting a lot worse. Really, I was expecting a lot of bad crap. And maybe it comes on later in the video, but we don't need to continue. Yeah. She made a good argument. She had good examples.
No. The first part of the video, it's already pretty good to sustain her argument.
Yeah. So
I found her a bit hard to follow because she's talking so fast and seems a bit all over the place, and her hand waving really distracted me because it looks really unnatural. Like she's stiff and her arms are moved like those of a Muppet.
Oh, really?
So it's just distracted me. I had to look away when she was talking.
Anyway, Zach, go buy and play Vampire Bloodlines and go keep nagging Setter about that, because what the hell's wrong with her? I don't know. But
there's a lot of things, but yeah.
Okay. She did some wonderful art for me.
Don't forget to watch Ghostbusters.
Oh God, that's like, I mean, if you love the 80s, if you don't watch Ghostbusters, I mean, you're just missing one of the top 5 movies.
Yeah.
What are you gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
Hello.
Yes.
Oh my God, I've been talking for like 5 minutes and everybody's been talking over me.
Oh, hi.
Well, yeah. Because we
No,
couldn't hear you.
I already bought Vampire Masquerade.
All right, get her going.
Good. Now the second thing, go watch Ghostbusters.
I bet it's free on YouTube. I bet it is. It's got to be. It's a classic.
I don't think so.
No?
The original Ghostbusters? I doubt it very much.
I bet I could watch it for free online somehow.
You can watch
somehow, but not on YouTube. Like this. Not in an official way, like free. You know?
Oh, okay. Man, one of the best movies of the 80s, if not top 5. Fantastic stuff. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks to everyone for having a full house. Really appreciate that. Great panel. Fun times. Hope you guys are having a good day. Take it easy. Have a great Monday evening or Tuesday morning, whatever time zone you're in. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.